You are now listening to the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
What happens when the brain trust of Antenna Releasing and Deaf Crocodile join forces to create a space catering to the most ardent physical media-focused cinephiles? Adventures in Analog. That's what. A brand new physical media fulfillment center, video storefront, and microcinema located in Lee Summit, Missouri, just outside of Kansas City in the Kansas City metro area. The back room of the facilities will consist of a fulfillment center for all Deaf Crocodile and Antenna Releasing titles and merchandise. The front will consist of a physical media lover's dream. Discs galore, merchandise, film ephemera, and a microcinema where we'll be showing some of the coolest titles from Antenna Releasing, Deaf Crocodile, TerraVision, New Wave Video, and more. It's your one-stop shop for celebrating your love of film with folks who get it. If you are looking to help support, the time for that is now. We are currently running a Kickstarter campaign until the end of August to raise startup costs to make the space amazing. We have perks on our campaign that you can choose from that will be able to get you one-of-a-kind items like autographed original pieces of art, your name emblazoned on a wall, your ability to name a chair in the microcinema, and so much more. Check out the perks today and donate if you're able. Hello there, and welcome back.
What is this place?
Disconnected.
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 Disconnected. Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
I'm starting to feel disconnected.
You have reached a number that has been disconnected.
Hello, everybody. Wow, that was a motion opening. That was pretty interesting. Live on another Thursday with the Good Doctor, since it is the first Thursday of the month. How's the Good Doctor doing today, sir?
That was my Jaws shot. Happy anniversary to Jaws.
Amazing.
I am dreadfully ill.
That's exciting.
This could be the one.
This could be the one, huh? Well, I hope it's not the one because of next Thursday's the one, but we'll get to that in just a few.
You can't. I bet your kids hate Christmas. You can't let anything be a surprise, can you?
No, I don't love surprises.
It's not a surprise for you.
No, that's true. Oh well, I'll spoil that one. I kind of have to now, I guess. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
Now you can say anything, and that's the other thing. I'm not sure. I feel like you're that Ricky Gervais movie where he can't lie.
Yes,
I think that's you. You're Ricky Gervais.
I can't really argue with that. It is very difficult, but yeah,
you need to learn how to lie, man. It's good for you.
I had somebody DM me on the Facebook account today, and they asked me about a certain company. They were like, I heard they're not doing too well financially. Have you heard anything? And I was like, man, I don't want to make up any rumors, but I've heard some stuff. And then I was like, wait, I shouldn't just say that even. I probably should just let it go. I don't need to respond to that.
That's even worse than lying. That's gossiping.
Yeah, basically. And I don't love doing that. So I love that you had to mute yourself. Anyways, first off, I want to say
it was a Jim Carrey movie.
Also, well, there's a couple, yeah, of the liar type movies. Last Thursday was a rough one for me. I had a personal crisis that happened like 2 hours before the show, and I want to say I was not like myself. So I'm eager for a fun night with you. Been looking forward to this for days, and then of course you message me and say, "Hey, I'm deadly sick. It's going to be terrible." So I hope it's not, and I'm excited to make terrible jokes with you for the next probably 4 hours because we have more than 100 announcements to cover.
Well, like I said to most of my early girlfriends, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
I can't even make a pun off of that because, yeah, I get it.
But sexually?
Yeah, I understood. What's going on over the last month? What have you been up to?
Last month was something. Let's see.
You gonna get your parking validated?
I hosted a Westerns series at the Cary Theater.
You did.
We showed The Big Trail, Raoul Walsh, John Wayne. We showed Johnny Guitar, Nicholas Ray with Joan Crawford. So another
Nicholas
John
Winding
Wayne.
Ray. Yeah.
The Searchers. Don't even. The Searchers. All right. And then last week was the last one. Sidney Poitier's Buck and the Preacher, and this was fantastic. I prepared for minutes. I gave a PowerPoint and a lecture before each one, and then do Q&A afterwards. And so for Buck and the Preacher, I go into this whole thing about like, hey, who have we not seen in these mythologies of the American West? Right? We've looked at pioneers. We've looked at women and kind of like gay stuff. We've looked at that was Johnny Guitar. We've looked at like some of the nature of manifest destiny and racism and genocide, but who have we not seen? Any black people whatsoever. And so I go into this whole thing about how fully 20% of American cowboys were newly freed, black people migrating as quickly as possible away from the South. That there were all these kinds of tensions between indigenous people and black settlers, because the indigenous people like empathized with their plan, but also were like, yeah, you're still taking our land, buddy, and all these things. And Buck and the Preacher, even more than a historical corrective, is a product of the Black Power movement. It's Sidney Poitier's first film as a director. You've got Ruby Dee, you've got Harry Belafonte. It's a really important film about this entire population of Americans whose voices had been silenced. So I give this whole talk. There's about 60 people, 55 in the theater.
That's not bad.
And we sit down to watch it, and the sound doesn't work. And they tried like 3 times to get it to go. Apparently there was some kind of connection outage that was affecting businesses on the whole block. And so they had to cancel the screening.
Yikes.
So I had to get up and say, well, how's that for irony?
Canceled yet again.
So we're trying to reschedule it at some point. The audience was very nice, very understanding, but yeah, that was rough. One of the more upsetting technical problems I've ever had. Coming up at the end of this month, August, will be back to my Eurocult Severin screenings with Cemetery Man.
Nice.
So what else happened this past month? So Buck and Preacher did not quite happen. Although I gave him a lecture, so I should still get paid.
Buck sans the Preacher then.
Yeah. Or the Preacher. I guess I'm the Preacher in this.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, anyway. I went to Los Angeles for several days.
You did?
Got to see our friends Stan and Julius. Got to have a very nice lunch with them. Was attacked by a giant styrofoam minion.
Literally.
There was some kind of huge promotional sculptural installation on top of the world famous train car. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
A hot dog stand. And as we were eating, there was a mishap with the crane, and a giant when I say styrofoam, I don't mean like packing peanuts. I mean like the kind of styrofoam that's completely compressed enough to kill you. This huge eyeball just like bangs into the window next to me.
When it bounced, did you hear banana?
I guess I get that. I've managed to avoid all Minions related media. I've never seen any of them.
I've missed most of them, but supposedly I might see one of them in a theater this weekend, I guess, for my child's birthday. We'll see.
I managed to miss Frozen as well. I haven't seen any of that shit.
Whoa, I've not seen the second one.
Yeah, so good for me, I guess. So let's see what else happened in LA. Got to spend some time with our friends Alex and
Brian Sauer.
Brian Sauer of Just the Discs, and what's the other one? The
Pure Cinema.
Pure Cinema. Had a great conversation with Brian. We'd never really gotten to talk before, so that was awful nice. And it all culminated with getting to see the two of them and our good friend Jeremy at my very first screening at the New Beverly Cinemas.
Hell yeah. How uncomfortable were those chairs, huh?
Oh, the chairs were fine, but it was funny because I was there to see Billy Madison.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought my sister, who has a very specific sense of humor. It's a real sense of humor, but like if you don't match her sense of humor, she's like, I'm just going to leave. So the fact that she stayed all the way through was kind of amazing. I don't think I'd seen the movie since maybe a VHS script.
I haven't seen it in ages.
And the absurdity of it all worked pretty well.
Did you pee your pants in celebration?
Just
Pretty cool.
Peeing your pants is cool. Let's see, what else did I do in Los Angeles? I got to spend some time with Craig from Deaf Crocodile.
This is true.
Showed me some behind the scenes stuff, and then we ate pizza and watched Charles Bronson in the Mechanic. One of the great nights of my entire life. And then I got to stop by Severin headquarters, and I saw Mr. David Gregory, had a little discussion, and got to shoot an interview that we probably won't be able to talk about for a year. Great interview.
There is so much to talk about whenever that day finally comes.
So that was Los Angeles, and let's see what else. Well, I guess the other news can wait until later, but yeah. So it was a busy month. Did some traveling, saw my family a little bit. Went out to Los Angeles, did some work.
There was at least one convention this last month, right?
Not in July. Didn't I talk about Frankencon? When last time I saw you, I was in the middle of the woods.
Yes.
And I had just gotten back from Frankencon. And
I feel like there was just one 2 weeks ago, no? You just do so many, it all kind of blurs together.
I do have one coming up in August, the Mad Monster Expo in Concord, North Carolina. Tom Atkins is going to be there, Adrienne Barbeau, many, many others. I'm not sure what I'm going to get signed. I guess I'm going to go with Night of the Creeps and Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death.
I mean, wise.
Or The Fog. Or Halloween 3.
Interesting.
Or, I don't know, maybe I should do something totally different. Like, what would throw... I could bring Trick. Be like...
Oh boy.
I think your work with Patrick Lussier is amazing. He's been in like 3 of his films.
Oh, Jesus.
But what if I brought like Bob Roberts? That'd be funny.
Craig says to bring the first Swamp Thing.
Maybe. I don't know. But I'm very excited for that convention. What's your July been like?
Well, before we get to July, just to keep it sort of on a similar topic, next weekend, not starting tomorrow, but next weekend, I am going to be at the Kansas City Crypticon on behalf of Severin, working the convention here in Kansas City. We got a pretty fun slate of celebrities if you're in the area. Some of the big ones for me, as many of you will know, my wife and I are big Saw fans, and Costas Mandylor is going to be there. Played Hoffman I think he's in Saw 3, 4, and 5. Jeremy Davies is going to be there from the Black Phone and Lost. And
you're going to see Costas Mandylor?
Hell yeah. I think he's only like a few tables down from us, too. He's like 4 or 5 away.
How come you get to be with the Jim Wynorski people?
Henry Thomas is going to be there. I think I'm going to have him sign a Dr. Sleep print I've got. Let's see. Tracy Thompson's going to be there. Eric Freeman's going to be there. Greta Garetta is going to be there. Doug Jones is going to be there. It's a pretty good lineup this year.
I can't believe you get to meet Costas Mandylor.
I'm gonna get him to sign a piece of paper for you that says hashtag restore the Wynorski verse.
Do you not have any Jim Wynorski movies that he's done?
You've already got him. It won't mean as much. So I'll just get him to sign your one plea to the world.
Took 2 seconds. Sub-Zero.
You pulled a Ryan. It was already within arm's reach. I love it.
A good one.
On that note, my July has been pretty wild. It's been a very busy time. We've got all kinds of stuff coming up for Antenna, and things like in-person screenings happened last month here in Kansas City. Plans for all kinds of stuff coming up. I can't believe some of the stuff that we've got on the schedule that we get to talk about real soon. On that note, my big news, I guess, for the week that I can't talk much about is Borderline pretty much brought myself to tears this week, seeing the layout design for our first physical media release, seeing it all set up and what it's going to look like. It hit pretty hard. So on that note, it's pretty much locked in stone. We are going to be able to launch probably 3 releases before the end of this year, 5 different films. And you can look forward to our first set of pre-orders coming before the Halloween holiday. Now I have to stick to that, damn it. So hopefully that works out. It's going to be a good time.
Everybody here has ordered from TerraVision at some point. You can...
Yikes, that is hilarious. Funny enough, on that note, let's get into pickups, because one of them that I'm excited to share just got in Be a Wicked Woman, that I swear I worked on with Miss Erica Schultz and Amber T. And who else was on this one? It's been so long. Alexandra Heller Nicholas was on this one. Heather Drain edited a bunch of stuff on this disc. Very excited to see these come out. I think I worked on this like December of 2024, maybe February of 2025, and it just finally got released. Stoked to have this in hand. I'll talk about some others in just a minute, but you teed me up perfectly there. You got any other pickups that just came in?
Pickups, not watches. I had these in the wrong order. Boy, speaking of work, it's okay for us to say that, or I can say that this past week, I finished at least my part on
so much.
an audio commentary and 4 visual essays.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Pickups. Well, obviously there was the Criterion sale.
Yeah.
And I got several things from it, but what just came in the mail today was Sweethearts Played. Pretty excited about that. I love how they say right on the back to kind of advertise it. One of Chewy Hark's rare commercial disappointments. And it's like, okay.
What a log line.
We also, of course, had the big Vinegar Syndrome sale. And I picked up something that looked really interesting. I always do a couple blind buys on the sale. And from our friends at Saturn's Core, I picked up Ultra Megalopolis, which I'm very intrigued to look at.
Yeah, have not seen that one.
Picked up a documentary I've been wanting to see for a while. The Damned, Don't You Wish We Were Dead?
Hell yeah.
Big fan of the filmmaker Damiano Damiani, and big ups to Radiance, who's been putting out a ton of his films. Confessions of a Police Captain. This is great. Highly recommend it. Can't wait to watch it on Blu-ray for the first time. Let's see what else. A couple more. Picked up a Universal W.C. Fields ensemble film, International House, which I'd had on DVD forever in one of the old W.C. Fields box sets, and this is one of the last titles on that box set to get a Blu-ray release, so I can finally sell it. And I'll send a shout out to our friend Brian Sauer, who just posted an interview with Clint Howard. And I listened to the interview with Clint Howard, and as a result of that interview, I found on sale on an online behemoth The Paper, directed by Ron Howard and Clint Howard in a role. Clint spoke highly of this film, which I'd never seen before. I decided to give it a watch. So, Brian, you are responsible for this. And the last pickup, probably the most important pickup, when I was in Los Angeles, I saw our mutual friend Stan Giese. And as many of you know, Stan is a pretty fine writer in his own right, and has particular insight on films of Tobe Hooper. And I was very honored to receive an advance copy. I believe they're on sale now.
They are.
Of Naked Vampires from Outer Space, Tobe Hooper's Life Force.
Incredible.
By Stan Giese. So everybody go out and get a copy. Another thing, well, I'll tell you that when we get to recent watches. Oh, one last pickup, just because I think this is funny. I know I take forever on these things.
Don't forget, you got to save some too.
Huh?
You got to save some too.
Okay.
Spoken like a true addict.
I picked up the new Arrow release of Sex and Female Yakuza Tale, which gives me a grand total now of 4 different editions.
Jesus.
Of Sex and Fury.
What's funny is 3 of them are modern editions.
Yeah. Plus second edition of Female Yakuza Tale. And, you know, when I started guesting on your podcast, one of the things I would say over and over was how much I wanted Sex and Fury on Blu-ray, and now 4 different editions. Well, three Blu-ray editions. I kept my old DVD, of course, for sentimental purposes. But yeah, those are pretty much most of my pickups for the month.
Amazing. That is a very Will set of pickups. Just kept noticing, like, yeah, these all make sense.
If anything's Will, it wouldn't make sense.
I can't really argue with that somehow, which also makes sense.
Do I contradict myself? Very well. I contain multitudes.
You definitely do contradict yourself. Yeah. All right. Handful of things I will talk about. We talked about this release last week on the show, and this week it happened to show up already. I don't even think this is out for like another 3.5 weeks. Francois Ozon's The Stranger, brand new release from Music Box. One I've been excited about for a while. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I never know how to say this guy's last name. Is it Robert Sigel or Siegel? His new release of Lorin from Visual Vengeance. I thought you knew this one. All right. Yeah, this is supposedly incredible. Troy Howarth had a big hand in getting a lot of this done. Very, very stoked on this getting a nice release. I knew that you were going to share something from Criterion. So the big one that just came in for me that I've been excited about, had this pre-ordered like the moment the sale went live, is the new Mike Mills box set on 4K. Some great films in here. Been a big fan, especially of Come On, since it came out. Very, very curious to see the earliest one here, which I have not seen yet. And then 2 more. One that I also worked on a long time ago, the 4K of Hide and Go Shriek from TerraVision also came in. Recorded an interview for this one maybe like early 2024, and it just now is in our hands, which is insanity. And then maybe the most important release of modern time, of course, the 4K of Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. I only had a DVD of this. I never had the Blu-ray, so it was a fun upgrade. Very curious to see how this looks. I always liked that one when it came out, and eager to see it again. It's been a long time.
Shake and bake.
Shaken and bacon. Speaking of that, what have you been putting in the disc player going to the theater to see other than the Westerns you were talking about?
I remember a couple of years ago, I had to put on some goddamn student appreciation event, and I had to go pick up all these snacks and crap from like Costco. And I parked on campus, and I had it all in a wagon, like stacked up high, and I was like dragging this wagon full of snacks and sugar drinks up the sidewalk. And this was like a Saturday morning, right? Like, what the hell am I doing working on a Saturday morning? And this guy was like out on a walk with his dog, and he had on a Step Brothers t-shirt. And as I passed him, I said, "This is for the Catalina wine mixer." And he just kept walking. And then, like, as I was turning back to pull the wagon up a step, he like stopped because he just got it and started laughing at himself. And I was like, that felt pretty nice.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
What was your question?
What have you watched in the last month?
Oh, well, speaking of our buddy Stan Geezy, he gave me an advanced preview of his article for the Physical Media Advocate on the filming of Tobe Hooper's pilot episode of Nowhere Man.
It's a great article.
And so I went back to my old box set, which I hadn't looked at since finishing the Tobe Hooper book like 5 years ago. And I watched the first couple episodes of Nowhere Man, which he directed, and now I'm going to have to watch the whole damn series. So Nowhere Man, recommend it.
Which, by the way, that Nowhere Man article does not come out till September. The August issue was too full. So heads up, if you're looking for that, wait until the September issue of the Physical Media Advocate.
Well worth the wait. Then I saw a collection of shorts that absolutely blew me away. I've had this forever. I purchased this when Altered States was still an OCN label. That's how long I've had this. I
think we mean Altered Innocence.
What did I say?
Altered States.
Well, if your innocence is altered, then you have an altered state. This is name above the title. Films of Carlos Conceição. How do you say it? You can speak Spanish.
I need to look it up because I don't remember this release at all.
Well, it's incredible. Every short is absolutely gorgeous. I particularly like a version of Cinderella. It's called Goodnight Cinderella, that includes a shot of a guy having sex with a shoe that's somehow classy. Totally classy. Beautiful. Highly recommend this. I can't recommend this enough. You get 6 shorts ranging from 9 minutes to 62 minutes. Most are between 30 and 20 and 30 minutes. Just great. Loved it.
Can I just say, I don't know about you, how many like short films a year do you watch? Do you watch a ton?
More now than I used to because I have the Criterion streaming service.
Good call.
They have so many shorts. But usually, like I don't, this goes back to the whole reason, and you first started talking about having on a distribution label, right?
Yeah.
There isn't anywhere that really specializes in shorts. So any shorts I'll see will be included as bonus features on other releases. So, but yeah, I watch more now than I used to. I always seek them out when I know the director, but I'm also much more willing to blind watch a 20-minute short than I am a 3-hour feature. So, yeah,
I've watched a lot of shorts, and I don't know what the world of shorts holds, but I will say there's a lot of stuff coming up surrounding Antenna for shorts. One of the big ones that I was seeking out early for Antenna, like before we were even public about it, I was sort of distraught because I couldn't get the filmmaker to respond to me. And come to find out, it was because they had already signed their entire filmography over to another company. And I'm just grateful. Literally, right this moment, I'm working on, I think it's like 11 audio commentaries for that very release with that company, and I got to work on it. And it's just incredible. I'm so glad that I was able to work with them. It's special to see shorts get respect, and I hope people are open to it because there's a big world out there for shorts, and if people support them, there's a lot of possibilities for that. That's what I'll say. I'll leave it there.
Yeah. Speaking of shorts, so this month was so busy and I was doing so much traveling that most of the stuff I watched was actually on streaming. And streaming is when I'm like turn my brain off, to watch, some studio movie that I haven't caught up with yet. So I'll tell you what I saw. I saw Venom 2. Let There Be Carnage. I had never seen the Venom movies, and I watched the first one 5 or 6 months ago. And what I'll do is I'll just look at the Leaving Soon section and pick some random films from it. It sucked. It was awful. Totally derivative, but fun to watch and beautiful. Apex.
Is that the recent release, the horror Australian? Yeah.
It's Most Dangerous Game, but it's Charlize Theron. And the stunts are great. No surprises.
Yeah.
You know exactly what's happening in every scene, which is great when you're like half asleep. I saw Searching.
The John Cho or Cho.
John Cho.
Yeah.
Which I thought was it's always amusing to see technological mediation movies because the technology gets outdated so fast.
So fast.
Like even movies that are really well done, like Unfriended, the technology's already like, what is this? And this guy's like doing stuff on Yahoo and whatever. But I thought Searching was kind of neat. Although
it's one of the better Screen Life movies, I thought.
The takeaway seems kind of odd. Like, do not let autistic dudes around your daughter. That's the message of the movie. Which I feel like we don't do that anymore, do we? We don't say that. This is 2018. Come on.
Now they'd say neurospicy.
Right. I watched Masters of the Universe.
The new one.
I'm so sorry that it was I guess it wasn't a flop, but it wasn't a success, right?
It seems to be getting a digital following, I will say.
I said to you when I watched it that it was like if someone had given Jim Wynorski $200 million and made him really dial it back, but like couldn't entirely dial him back. Like this was what I would have hoped for in a Masters of the Universe movie. Most of the jokes worked really well. I love the idea of Prince Adam working in HR. Like that was funny to me with his little pronouns on his nameplate and whatnot.
Yeah.
And all of the jokes about Ram Man and Fisto. Mwah. Right? Those were great. I think it's funny that it was directed by the son of Nike, who also was a white rapper in the early 2000s. Better than Chet Hanks. But still, as Prince Adam would say, pretty cringer.
On the Chet spectrum?
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I don't know why they cast Jared Leto. I would have cast like Dan Levy for that. It doesn't matter because it's a CGI character. I loved how gay, like how Skeletor was a total queen, because that's like Skeletor is an old queen. That's like the whole point. Right. I loved the Dolph Lundgren cameo. I loved that. Who was it? Grok from the original '87 film. I can't remember. Kang. I can't.
Isn't Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I don't fucking know. He wasn't canon. I just remember that he was in the 87 version. So yeah, like everything about it was pretty funny. There's a great honest trailers up about it that I think is a pretty accurate review. So enjoyed it. And then because I was so busy working on these visual essays and at night my brain would be fried, I watched some TV. I finished Mythic Quest.
The post-it note is getting me every time. I'm sorry.
I always forget.
Right.
I finished Mythic Quest, the Rob McElhenney show about video gamers.
Yeah, I heard that was decent.
It was. The last season was horrible because it's all sentimental and character arcs and stuff. But I made it through. I started watching The Studio, the Seth Rogen.
I am dying to see that.
It's great, but it's so stressful. Like every episode threatens to give me a heart attack. I started watching Better Call Saul, which I'd never seen before.
I love that one. I think that might be better than Breaking Bad.
It's okay. And here's the one that I'll let Sidner laugh at, make whatever jokes he wants to make. I have a it's not a guilty pleasure. I don't feel guilty about it. Like, I mean, it's like the thing that you watch that doesn't really fit
right
about your taste. Like, as I know, my favorite show of all time, Ally McBeal. I love Ally McBeal.
Mm-hmm.
And secondary to that, I like lawyer shows. Growing up, my other favorite show was LA Law. Right? Great show. So I started watching, just randomly started watching The Good Wife.
Okay.
I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in. It's very entertaining. It's like if Ally McBeal had no sense of humor whatsoever, it would probably be The Good Wife. But it's cool. Okay, that's what I've been watching. How about you?
Well, I will say, I don't normally get to the theater, but this has been kind of an interesting week for me. I got to the theater twice this last weekend for the current It of the moment movies. I got to see Spider-Man Brand New Day Friday night, and then finally got to see The Odyssey on Sunday night, I think it was. Go ahead.
Well, I've been talking forever. Let me interject, but
I do this every week. I get it.
I got an Odyssey thing.
So the Odyssey, I liked it. I'm not going to say that I loved it. I think that I want to see it again for sure, which I did not expect to say about a movie like that because I'm normally not a sword and sandal type of person. But I think it was extremely well made. I think that in a lot of Nolan's films, the ensemble of it all never really works for me. They always sort of highlight one person too much. But shockingly, I feel like this one, it really served well. I think everybody sort of got their own true like moment in the spotlight, even down to, Pattinson's suitor role got a lot of great moments, which he easily could have been glossed over in this thing. John Bernthal was a standout for me. Even Zendaya, which I know a lot of people look down on her acting abilities. I think she was great in the role that she had on this. A lot of people look down on her. They do not like her as an actor one bit. The big thing for me, though, Tom Holland fucking perfectly cast in The Odyssey. I think he I don't know. What's that?
I look down on him.
Oh, I think most people do, including Zendaya. I don't know anybody else at the moment that could have played that as good as he did. I think he was literally perfectly cast for that film. I think the whole Cyclops bit was incredible. The sound in the cave there was just crazy. I loved that bit. Some of the sea sounds that they had, just so well done, which obviously there's always complaints around Nolan and sound, and the dialogue still had a couple small portions of, hey, this could probably be a little bit better. But it was rad. It was a good movie. I had a great time watching it. But man, kudos for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think this is top 5 of all Spider-Man movies everywhere of all time, which is kind of weird to say because it's, so many different franchises brought back together, but it still doesn't surpass the 2 animated movies for me. And Spider-Man 2 from Raimi is still just immaculate, but it eclipses all of the other Tom Holland Spider-Mans for me. I'm not like diehard MCU. I did not plan on going to see it. I was just having a bad day and needed to sit in the theater to feel better. And it worked. It is surrounded by other theater goers that were semi-respectful. They're mostly quiet teenagers, which was great. Everybody seemed enraptured by the film. I had a good time with it. Tell me about the Odyssey.
Well, I haven't seen it yet. We have a fake IMAX here, and I'm hoping to go see it with our friend Rock Chudson, John Daly.
Hell yeah! I was just texting him earlier today.
Maybe next week. The IMAX has been sold out or close to sold out for most screenings.
Same.
Too, so maybe next week. But if there's one thing as an academic, a bitter academic, that I love, it's academic infighting, right? Which has, of course, led to the complete destruction of the entire profession at the hands of the right-wing activists. We completely set ourselves up for it, hoisted on our own petard. But Emily Wilson, the legendary translator, whose version of the Odyssey is the basis of this film, issued, and the success of this film, by the way, has resulted in quite a bit of sales on her part, right?
Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt with my laugh. Stan commenting, "I'd glaze Tom Holland in a hot minute" in the chat is hilarious. Go ahead.
Well, speaking of the Greeks, so Emily Wilson writes this devastating takedown review in the London Review of Books, right? Which causes Joyce Carol Oates, the famous writer, who not incidentally wrote a cover blurb for a competing translation of the Odyssey by Daniel Mendelsohn, caused Joyce Carol Oates to send some withering tweets towards Emily Wilson.
It's hilarious. Not
to be defeated in this, what surely will be a 10-year battle, Emily Wilson issued a second review after having gone to see the Odyssey again, this time in the Atlantic, in which she gave an even more withering takedown of the movie.
Yep.
Just destroyed it. And unfavorably compared it to another blockbuster about a man desperately trying to get home to his wife, Die Hard. Now, in the academic world, this is like WrestleMania 30, like cage match stuff. So I'm waiting for the next round of let's say debate over the Odyssey. Really looking forward to it. It's just fantastic. Just love it. And as a person who has read, I think 5, 6 translations of the Odyssey, at least as many of the Iliad, several of the Aeneid, I love them, not enough to learn their original languages. Actually, I can read Latin pretty well, but not Greek. So not enough. I don't love them enough to learn the original languages, but I do love them enough to read tons of translations. So
they're all other languages to me.
I have now ordered Emily Wilson's translation. That was good. And
thank you for recognizing it.
And and it was great. And 2,700-year-old. There have been a lot of replies I meant to reply to. I'm glad a lot of people like The Good Wife and Glazing, and it's cool. The Wonderment Project worked on. Yeah, I'll check out The Good Fight as well, and all of that stuff. Anyways, the Odyssey stuff is hilarious. And I'm not a Christopher Nolan fan, so but I am going in with an open mind to see this. So looking forward to it.
I mean, I don't know what it says about the current movie-going audience, but I think it's hilarious that everybody's like, "Oh my God, the Odyssey made $1 billion worldwide in only like 3 weeks," and then Spider-Man comes and does it in 5 days.
This is something, actually, all right, I'm sorry, this is a total tangent, but this is something that I do not understand. Our discourse as fans, not as like professionals or people who are interested in the industry, which I know a lot of people on this,
right,
in this group have legitimate interests in and serious interests in box office and everything like that. But like, if you're just a regular film goer, right, and you tune in to like NPR because you're a good liberal, all you ever hear about movies is what was the top box office, what made the most money. You never hear, was the movie good or or interesting, or it's all about box office. And this is really a product of the blockbuster era that money, less and less money is invested in smaller movies, although we'll, as a result of obsession and backrooms, we'll see probably a brief spate of investment in lower budget films about YouTube videos. But I feel like the focus on box office keeps us away from the actual films. I don't like it.
I agree. And
actually, the studio, that show, there's a lot of jokes about that. Sorry, go ahead.
The bigger thing to me, if you're even going to speak like that, I think the more relevant way to discuss it is actual attendance. Because box office, especially for cities like LA and New York, which is where we have our largest film scenes, are going to skew so many of these numbers. There's a couple films this year that at Antenna we've been keeping our eyes on because they've just continued to play in New York like 4 times a day, every day for like 6 months. And they're not selling huge numbers, but their box office is steadily growing and growing and growing. And the reality is, if we had actual attendance numbers, you would see the ticket price being so much higher there is going to overinflate the actual like phenomenon or impact that this film has had. And at this point, why are we looking at New York where a lot of these tickets are private theaters that aren't like AMC A-list where they're, having their membership pay for it or something like that, where people are paying like $23 to $26 just to see one independent movie. And if that's the case, let's talk about actual attendance. It's such a giant change compared to, this movie, it made $850,000 this year as an independent film. That's wild, sure, but how many people actually saw it? What is the number there?
Yeah, there was a whole episode of The Town about this. That podcast about...
I've heard of it.
Yeah. By the way, I've put my camera inside of my microwave so that I can continue talking to you while I make a cup of ginger and lemon tea.
I thought we were about to be in an episode of The Bear.
Yes, chef.
No, not that The Bear. The one about the game. Never mind.
Did you know there was a whole article in the New York Times about Ozempic in the bear community and how a lot of bears are finding this to be a betrayal of the whole culture?
GLP-1s are taking the bears away.
Yeah, guess they're going to be otters now.
Oh my God. Oh, they went from grizzlies to pandas. What are we doing? Oh, that's amazing.
All right. I didn't really think this through.
No, but I like it for some reason. Confirmed. That's hilarious. There's a Canadian novel from the 80s called The Bear. Oh, did not know that, Brian.
Do you remember that movie about the little bear cub called The Bear?
I don't think so.
Shout Factory puts out a disc of it. I don't want to see it again. Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about.
Probably. I'm assuming many people here do.
What else we want to talk about?
I don't know, but we're 50 minutes in and haven't even talked about announcement 1, and we have more than 100 to cover. So this is going to be a good night.
Oh, man, and politics. Holy cow.
It's been a decent week. How about Michigan, eh?
I mean, there you go. The Vid 54. That was what's up. And RFV media student, the town with Matt Belloni. Belloni? It's probably Belloni. Matt Belloni. I guess I'll never be a guest.
Oh, man.
I'm a hairless bear to some. Call myself the seal.
All right.
Oh, Ronnie's asking where are the cats. I don't know. They go where they wish.
They'll make an appearance at some point, I bet.
I'm sure they will. They've just been fed, so they're probably just like lolling around with swollen bellies.
Colton is still waiting for proof of life of Mitch McConnell. We've seen like 9 photos. Dude's alive, right? Didn't we see his head in a jar a la Futurama recently?
He's an evil man. Shall we?
Are you sure? Anything else you want to highlight coming up? Any upcoming things? Again with the post.
Oh yeah, I'm finally making my podcasting debut soon.
Yeah. That's it. You're not going to say anything?
You'll have to guess which of the 75 someone's favorite network shows it's on.
Which, by the way, Will has been on many shows. Will is joining as co-host permanently of one of these shows.
Yeah. The Mondo Macabro show.
Oh, you are revealing. Okay, yeah, I'm excited about that. And kind of full circle moment, because the whole reason we literally know each other is because of Mondo Macabro.
Jared Honor's interview with you was what first made me not click away.
And yet, here you are. Can't get rid of this lesion.
Like, and this is no insult. You'll understand what I'm saying immediately. Like 9 times out of 10, if I'm scrolling through YouTube and I see a video of white dude surrounded by Blu-rays with a microphone in his face, I'm just going to keep going.
It's true, yeah.
Because I assume it's going to be somebody ASMRing the plastic on their unboxing video or whatever.
Right.
And, but no, you were given a legit super good interview with Jared Honor, and the rest is what led us to this moment. And
the moment keeps paying off. We've got you on a lot of dream projects over the last couple months, so it's been amazing to see.
I wouldn't say anything's paid, but
oh well, no, not actually, not real money.
It has been compensated at market rate.
Thanks for the specific tally. All right.
And when we say market, we're talking like, Food Lion.
In other words, they saw the total needed and they said, no, market down.
Illegal bodegas, the wet market where COVID allegedly came from.
The bodega.
Of course, now we know it came from Fauci's basement.
As everybody is claiming he admitted in this recent. Anyway,
all along. It's like, I'm going to cure AIDS and then I'm going to kill them all.
That was the plan all along. What in the hell? I should not have played with my microphone when you said that, because now it's going everywhere. All right. Let's get into announcements. And speaking of someone's favorite productions, we get to talk about someone's favorite productions on our first announcement. September 30th, we are getting separate 4K and Blu-ray releases of Lars von Trier's The Kingdom trilogy from Imprint out of Australia. This is coming in hard box releases, and they are going all out. The encoding is done by Fidelity in Motion on these. Cannot wait to see that. There's a new visual essay by Michael Brook on here. We've got a bunch of the archival featurettes. But the thing I'm excited about, we got the Haxan Kingdom, Danish spiritualism and occultism in film, written essay by Chris Haskell of Someone's Favorite Productions podcast. This is exclusive to the 4K edition. He is from Punk Vacation. He is from They Live by Film. He is from Histories of Cinema. There is so much that he has been a part of over the years. And Chris gets to be a guest on the show this month. Cannot wait to have him. It's been a long time. Stoked. This is the first release he's ever been a part of. So check out the Kingdom trilogy if you don't have a copy of this yet.
Yeah, super excited about this.
Moving right along into Arrow video announcements. We've got October 18th in the UK, October 19th in North America. We got 4K and Blu-ray releases of Future World from 1976, the follow-up to Westworld. This is following the success of Westworld. The director Richard T. Heffron expanded Michael Crichton's Techno Nightmare with Future World. This is going to have a new audio commentary by Daniel Kramer, new video interview with the producer, Paul N. Lazarus III. We got a 1976 behind-the-scenes short film, and then a booklet with new writing of the film by David Michael Brown, Barry Forshaw, and James Rose. I have never seen Future World. You seen this one?
I've not seen Future World. So this is on my list.
Are you a Westworld person?
I think the original movie is a little on the boring side, but great concept and all of that. I never saw the TV show.
Agreed.
But I kind of want to rewatch Westworld because my evaluation is from like VHS days, and anytime
right.
only experience with a film is VHS, I want to see it again.
Jim Harwood in the chat says, unfortunately, Future World is awful.
In real life, too.
Touche. Also, speaking of real life, happy birthday in real life to Jim Harwood this week. Congratulations on your birthday. Figured it was time to call that out.
Looks like universally despised based on the chat. Future World has no defenders.
A movie with a lot of defenders. We are getting October 25th in the UK, October 26th in North America, a 4K and a separate Blu-ray release finally of Peter Jackson's The Frighteners from 1996. This one's been a long time coming. This was announced years ago in one of those cards in one of their releases from Arrow, and this one was delayed because in the German release, we had Turbine put this out, and they had an exclusive for a set number of years. I believe it was 5 years, and now finally able to come out in the UK and the US. This has a 4K restoration from the OCN. We've got a bunch of stuff on here. Commentary by Peter Jackson on the director's cut only. We got 10th anniversary introduction of the film, theatrical trailer, open matte version on the Blu-ray, and then we've also got a extras Blu-ray as part of this as well. No Way to Make a Living, a look back at The Frighteners, a feature-length doc produced in 2022 with new interviews with the cast and crew. The Making of The Frighteners, this is a 225-minute doc exploring every aspect of the film's production, which is great. Incredible doc. Love this. And then conversation with Richard Taylor and Alexander Ponset, a 2022 interview with the man behind the film's creature and miniature effects. I mean, this is a great-looking release. Cannot wait to own this. How do you feel about The Frighteners?
It's funny because when it first came out, I was so excited. I was like, wow, the guy who made Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles and Dead Alive has a movie coming out in theaters with Jeffrey Combs in it.
Yep.
And then watching, of course, the CGI for that time was so well done. I mean, I'm sure if you're seeing it for the first time, it's not going to look as good, but I don't know. I'm really looking forward to seeing it again. I remember thinking years later that this was really Peter Jackson's audition for the Lord of the Rings.
Yep, sure was.
And so this is one of the more exciting announcements of the month. I really want to see this again.
Yeah, this is a must for me. Absolutely. Next up, October 25th in the UK, October 26th in North America, a Blu-ray box set Enter the Video Store, Video Vengeance. This one seems to be made for Will. We've got Ministry of Vengeance, The Final Alliance, Rotor, Hangfire, Joshua Tree, and then I guess that's it. So we got, what is this, 5 different films. New extras on here, new commentaries by Rob Hill, new interviews, more new commentaries, Mike Hewitt, Russell Lee, Jim Smith, Maddie and Dave from over in the UK. Lots and lots of stuff coming on this. Tell me about this box set. I believe that you know most, if not all, of these films.
You would be wrong. Usually,
No.
usually when you say something is so well, it's like,
don't you love Joshua Tree and Rotor?
Joshua Tree has Dolph Lundgren, which means I have seen it. That's great. I haven't seen any. I think I've seen the video box for Rotor from the Video Store days, but I'm not familiar with any of them.
Really? All right.
I mean, this looks like it would be a fun set to get, but I agree with Terry. I was kind of hoping that this was going to be a series of
Empire,
Full Moon and Empire films brought into the modern age. But this is cool. Yeah, definitely on a second or third round box set sale when it comes down to like $40.
Yeah, I'm not jumping for this one. This is one that I might consider at some point, but not speaking to me like that first Enter the Video Store. And I can't seem to source it, but somebody was saying in the Disconnected Discord that they were already teasing a third one of these box sets. If anybody saw where that was, would love to find out where they posted that so I could share. But yeah, the fact that they are already looking at number 3, not necessarily surprising.
I hope it'll be like female vengeance movies with like Silk starring. Yeah, Silk.
There's a ton of Girls with Guns films that have never had proper modern releases that would crush.
I don't know. Like, don't make it the way I did, all objectifying. Just somehow walk the fine line and make it an empowering set. But I'd like to see it. There's so many good ones. Robo Chick. I'd like to see Robo Chick get a release.
Yeah. All right. Next up, October 11th in the UK, October 12th in North America, separate 4K and Blu-ray releases of The Last Boy Scout with Damon Wayans and Bruce Willis. This is going to be a new 4K restoration from the OCN by Arrow, approved by the DP. New commentary by Josh Nelson and Martin Pedler. New interview with the screenwriter Shane Black. New interview with Danielle Harris. New appreciation by Stephanie Moisakis. Shane Black of the American Cinematheque has an onstage interview from Beyond Fest in 2025. Extended and alternate scene selections of the scenes from a pre-release work print version. And then a booklet, new writing on the film by Jedediah Ayers, Alexander Heller Nicholas, Justin LaLiberty, Andrew Mail, and Priscilla Page. You seen The Last Boy Scout?
No. When this whole spate of movies came out, I was in an era of my life where I consciously avoided stuff like that. Shane Black, other than the Monster Squad, I don't think I've ever liked anything that he was involved in. Maybe am I forgetting something that he did that was...
He's done a lot of really good stuff, actually.
I think the last thing I saw him do, keeping with the theme of problematic movies I've seen, I think the last thing I saw of him was the Predator movie where an autistic kid is the only thing that can save the world from the predators. And
Lots of autism tonight.
Olivia Munn is like a scientist who can suddenly kick predator asses. Yeah, I've just never liked his style of dialogue. It's very, I don't know. So no, I never saw this.
The Nice Guys. Did you see The Nice Guys? That's Shane Black, and that movie's incredible.
I didn't see The Nice Guys, so I can't speak to that.
You should. It's amazing.
That's what everybody tells. That's what everybody told me about Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And after I had to sit through that piece of shit, I stalked everyone who recommended it to me and murdered them and put them in a shallow grave on the edge of the riverbanks.
Well, all that to say, I actually really like The Last Boy Scout. I think this one's fun. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Wow.
It's probably amazing.
October 11th in the UK, and that's it. We got a 4K coming from Arrow of Cujo, 1983's Cujo. Last release in the UK by Eureka, and a pretty great looking release. We've got the theatrical cut on 4K here. We've got archival extras. Not really anything new on this that I can tell. And then on an international exclusive limited edition Blu-ray as part of this initial pressing only, they've got the international cut here. And it's got a Q&A with Dee Wallace from Cinemaniacs and Monster Fest from 2015, interview with Kim Newman on Cujo. I think this is not a cut that was available on the Kino set, and I don't know that I've ever seen the international cut of this. Have you seen the international cut?
I don't think I've seen all of the. I think I've only ever seen this on TBS, like parts of it.
Interesting. I like Cujo. I prefer other Animal Attacks movies, but I like this one. Fair enough.
Oh shit! See, this is why I ran out of room on my Post-it note. The other thing I've been doing for fun is listening to Stephen King books and then watching all of the film adaptations.
Oh, damn, that's cool.
And in July, I did Carrie. So I saw...
Prepping for the new miniseries.
The De Palma Carrie, which of course is amazing. Saw Rage, Carrie 2, which one of the 90th 90s movies ever.
It's so true.
Enjoyed. And then the Canadian TV movie with Angela Bettis. She's a little too twitchy in that.
I like Angela Bettis, though.
Yeah. And then I really had high hopes for the Chloe
Grace Moretz.
Yeah. Because the director did like Boys Don't Cry, but it just didn't work. The 2013 Carrie didn't work for me.
It was good for me, not great, but it was all right. I liked Let Me In better, the other remake she did around then.
Oh, I didn't know she did that. Okay, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
I love I hope everybody knows that, like, I'm just kidding about. I mean, if I don't like a movie, it doesn't matter. It's okay for you to like it and me not to like it, and we're all still good. But I like seeing people like react to everything. As usual, Ronnie and I have similar taste.
All right. I was paying attention to Miss Erica Schultz on something else.
What?
Yeah, never mind. We'll talk about that later. October 11th. In the UK, we're getting separate 4K and Blu-ray releases of The Monster Squad from 1987. This one, kind of a big deal. This one did not get a UK release, I believe, on Blu-ray at all, and it's making the leap to 4K and Blu-ray here. We've got all kinds of archival extras, and then we've got a limited edition exclusive disc on the Wolfman's Got Nards Blu-ray documentary set with this. And that has all kinds of extras. The Monster Squad, Will, how do you feel about that?
I love the Monster Squad. I showed it in my Cult Films movie this past spring, and as per usual, about 90% of the people who were seeing it for the first time loved it, and 10% were like, what the fuck is this? One thing that I found Gen Z students really react to is like how much trauma we were willing to put child actors through in the 80s. You know, just like
There's
really,
a lot.
Really, I mean, like, these kids are actual kids. It's great. I don't know. This is the kind of trauma that's whimsical. I think it's good trauma. Whimsical trauma.
I agree.
You know, I mean, Stand By Me, The Monster Squad, Space Camp.
I love Space Camp.
Real kids getting shot into space.
Yep.
Right? Nowadays, we don't show anything, but we make the trauma like way worse.
I mean, fucking War Games. Look at that.
War Games. Yeah, I mean, like the litany. But anyway. Oh, Twilight Zone joke. Poor taste, but accurate. Accurate.
Yeah. All right.
the rest of the night, there's going to be people bringing up, come and see. Yeah, hell yeah.
Pretty traumatic.
I had last year, I had the great fortune of bringing Sam Deegan to UNC Greensboro to show Come and See and give a talk about it. And like a full year later, a couple people who were graduating came up to me and said that was the single thing they were going to remember from their college experience for the rest of their lives.
Jesus. There's a lot to remember there.
Yeah.
All right, that was Monster Squad. Then, October 25th in the UK on separate 4K and Blu-ray releases from Arrow, a Chinese ghost story trilogy. This is one of the Golden Princess titles that has been released previously by Shout. And of course, the big difference, these were not all 4K before, and now they are. New commentaries with James Mudge, new interview with Yoon Kai-chi. We've got a new feature-length documentary on a Chinese ghost story, new commentary with James Mudge, and interviews on the second one and the third one. Lots of stuff going on with these films. I love the Arrow releases of these. Obviously, Imprint has been releasing them in Australia as well. So the challenge there is Imprint and Shout only release them on Blu-ray. If you're all about the 4K UHD, Arrow is the way to go here. How are you feeling about the Golden Princess output from all these companies so far?
Well, I've picked them up faster than I can watch them all, so I haven't had a chance to make comparisons, but I have learned from you that when you have to make a choice, you go for Arrow.
Yeah.
So this version will be on my list.
Sounds good to me. Me as well, actually. All right, then we got our next Hammer announcement. Coming on November 16th, a Blu-ray in the UK from Hammer as part of their Hammer Presents line. The film is Incense for the Damned from 1969. This is co-starring Patrick Macnee, Imogen Hassel, Alex Davion. We've got Patrick Mower in this one. Special features, new artwork by Chris Barnes. We've got 3 versions of the film, the UK theatrical and uncut, and the US theatrical cut. 2 brand new commentaries with Lauren Barnett, John Hamilton, Jonathan Rigby, and Kevin Lyons. New program on Simon Raven, writer of the book on which the film was based, and the new program on the making of Incense for the Damned. This one is going to be region free. And Hammer, have you checked out any of their releases yet?
I have not. Looking forward to it.
They do some pretty great extras usually. I will definitely give them their kudos for that.
I feel like they missed out on a premium tchotchke that they could have included.
What could they have? No, I'm just kidding.
Truly.
Yeah. they sell wrapping papers or rolling papers. I'm so not a stoner. I said wrapping papers instead of rolling papers.
Yeah, you wrap the Mary Jane up in this little cellophane.
I don't know what that accent was, and I loved it. Next up, we've got Treasured Films over in the UK putting out the film Feed from 2005 on September 28th on Blu-ray. This was released here in the US by Unearthed Films, and just to put it lightly, not a film I need to see again. Have you seen Feed?
Well, I took my kid to McDonald's the other day, so I feel like I lived it.
This one has an illustrated booklet with essays by John Harrison and Daryl Buxton, double-walled slipcase with artwork by Gibson Graphics, web store exclusive Lucy magnet designed by Haunted Graves, and a double-sided A3 poster. This has audio commentary with the director, new piece, Out on a Limb, peering at body horror in film. Our author Simon J. Ballard discusses the various infections of body horror and horror cinema. We've got From Wolf Creek to Fury Road, a detour through the outbacks of modern Ozploitation by the writer, author, and film historian John Harrison. Some deleted scenes, alternate ending, a final day interview with the director, outtakes, and all kinds of other stuff. Feed.
That's funny. Watching Apex the other night, because it's mountain climbers and kayakers and stuff, the only food you see people eat is power bars and beef jerky. So
yeah.
It's in a way, this will be the other side of that coin.
So I've enjoyed some of the Treasured Film stuff so far. I definitely don't want to publicly put them down here, but I do got to say when you're selling tchotchkes and stuff, some things just don't make a lot of sense to do. And a lot of times, Treasured Films has released magnets with their films, and there's just something. Maybe it's because I'm a fat person at heart. I've been a very fat person in my life. This magnet that they're selling for feed. I'm sorry here. Does this not feel a bit distasteful?
Yeah. I don't think it. Well, to be fair, I don't think there's any intent of being tasteful.
No, there's definitely not. But like, oh my gosh, this is. Oh boy. I'm gonna switch back to the announcement, but my goodness, like there's nothing that I would ever want to use that magnet on. That is wild. Oh gosh. Anyways, let's carry on from feed, huh? Your immediate laugh was gold there, by the way.
I was thinking about, well, I can't say what I was thinking about really because it'll upset people and I would have to give like 10 minutes of context to explain but yeah, this does not look very appetizing.
Oh, I love that Adam joined and that's the first thing that he saw.
Uh-oh. There's a cat.
We had our first sighting in nature. All right, next up, September 22nd on Blu-ray and DVD here in the U.S. of the brand new, not really remake, but sort of continuation, Faces of Death from 2026. No extras listed on the film. I don't remember. Did you get to see this one?
No.
I hear that it's pretty decent, actually. I'm very, very interested in seeing this at least once. And since I have access to your Shudder, I should probably watch it.
Wow, go around and tell everybody.
Well, the password is posted on the bathroom wall here in Kansas City, so thanks.
What the fuck?
Anyways, carrying on. All right, September 15th, there's an Amazon exclusive Blu-ray and DVD coming from Wellgo USA of the Kung Fu Kid, aka I Am What I Am 2. Yes, this is the sequel to I Am What I Am. And for some reason, that film has not had a US release yet, but the sequel got one, and they changed the title, so you would actually be interested in it. This looks pretty good. The trailer for this actually looks great. I would love to see it. I'd also like to see the first film. Let us get the first film. It's so weird that they changed the title here. I'm so beyond confused. Anyways, the Kung Fu Kid, aka I Am What I Am 2. Next up, inching ever so closely to film noir, The Dark Side of Cinema, XXX. We are getting Blu-ray here in the U.S. in November of film noir, The Dark Side of Cinema, number 28. This has Citadel of Crime from 1941, Cry Danger from 51, and Terror at Midnight from 56. Do you think we're ever going to get XXX?
You ask that every time one comes out.
And we're still getting there. Wait, let me rephrase that. We're edging so close to it. Do you think it's possible? Do you think we're going to get it?
They'll spell it in numbers all of a sudden.
The Dark Side of Cinema, 30. It would be hilarious if they did that and then announced 31 right after it. It said XXXI. As
soon as you get your XXX, you're going to start saying, I wonder if we're going to get volume 69, you know.
Yeah. Silent Mandible's only seen the sequel, State of the Union. That's pretty good. Yeah, there are a lot of people, RFV, that are collecting all of these. I know somebody that's got, I think it's 2.5 or 3 shelves of them full right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm there.
How many you got?
I'll tell you.
Are we going back to the microwave?
I've got 13 of them.
Whoo! And I think when they go on sale, they go for what, like 25, something like that?
Yeah.
Which
for the record, Film Noir 69 will be LXIX. I had to look it up.
All right, that is Film Noir 28. Moving right along. Okay, so not really an announcement, but Hal Hartley has revealed that the physical media sales on his website will stop happening September 18th of this year. If you are into Hal Hartley stuff, they're permanently 50% off until they are pulled from the site. There is all kinds of great films here. I know that you've talked about his stuff before. Any thoughts, any recommendations, any favorites?
Yeah, I got a bunch of these, but a lot of them were already sold out when I tried to. How does he not have a Criterion? Well, maybe this. Oh, God damn it! I just got my throat slashed by a fucking cat. Maybe this is. Oh, you're gonna see two like pinpricks of blood like streaming,
just gushing.
Like in 28 years later, Bone Temple, when the little kid stabs the guy in the artery or whatever it is.
Yep.
Anyhow, I noticed that almost all of his stuff was streaming on Criterion, and it's about to go off of Criterion. Yep. I wonder if there might be a Criterion box set in the future. I can't imagine letting all this stuff go completely out of print. I mean, Hal Hartley is one of the most acclaimed American film. Plus, he's New York.
Right.
So I would be really surprised if these are the last physical editions available of Hartley. But like I tried to get the Henry Full trilogy and it was not available on the site. I got a bunch of his other stuff, but
the Henry Full trilogy, that one sold out ages ago, I believe.
Yeah. And to make matters worse, they're Blu-rays, but they're in DVD size cases, so that's fucked. For my shelving.
Yeah. Yep.
Thanks, Hal.
I do need his newest film still.
Thanks for nothing, Hal. I remember one of my college professors recommending, I think it was Henry Fool. I can't remember which film this was, but the professor's way of recommending it to me was, I was a little bored at first, but then there's a scene where this guy pukes on a woman's naked ass. I was like, oh, I'll go check that out.
Will was all in at that point.
I don't remember what it was.
All right. Moving on from Al Hartley. Check that out as soon as you can. September 18th, if you're after the discs. That's the last chance. Moving on from Hal Hartley to porn. September 1st, Blu-ray coming of Endless Ecstasy, volume number 2, coming from Ultra Flesh Archives. This is the second release in our ongoing series of classic 8mm and Super 8mm films from the 70s and early 80s, dug deep into our extensive collection to bring you the best XXX loops from the golden age of porn, all transferred and restored from original films in high definition, the hottest stars, the hottest action. This will have 14 8mm and Super 8mm films transferred and restored in HD, 2-panel insert, double-sided cover, authentic film projector sound, restoration featurette, bonus rare black and white short, and some trailers. These are very fairly priced. You've got an interview with the guy that runs the label on my channel. If you want to go and check it out, Ultra Flesh Archives, give it a look. Just waiting for you to give opinions on this. Come on.
No, I don't have any opinions. Feminists differ.
Next, let's go over to Vinegar Syndrome. Going to spend the next 45 minutes at least about OCN here because we have all of the releases under the sun ever to discuss. We got a brand new 4K and Blu-ray release of Bloody Psycho from Vinegar Syndrome. This is part of the Lucio Fulci Presents line that they've been doing one from every month. I think we've only got a couple left, probably, if they did get all of them. This is newly scanned and restored in 4K from the OCN. We've got a commentary with Rachel Nisbet, interview with Leandro Lucetti, interview with the actress Brigitte Christensen, interview with the actor Marco Di Stefano, interview with the actor Vasily Karis, an appreciation of Avo Film, the Italian home video distributor of the Lucio Fulci Films Presents by Pier Maria Bocci. This looks like a pretty solid release. There is also not only this first slipcover, they've got the variant slipcover that they've been doing for all of these.
Sorry, that was a great picture, the second one. Oh, yes. Which reminds me of... okay.
Bloody Psycho with 2 slipcovers. Are you excited about these?
This is the kind of thing that I think the subscription was really made for. You know, like, I'm going to get it automatically. I probably would not have selected it on my own, and we'll see.
Right. Oh, I love that Gentry's here to give comments on that. Next up, we've got a 4K and Blu-ray release of Unknown Origin from 1983. This is a hell of a slipcover by Robert Samuel in the back of it. Good God. Look at that detail. This one, 2-disc set, newly scanned and restored in 4K from the OCN. Archival commentary with George P. Cosmatos and Peter Weller. New commentary with Bill Bria and Ashley Coffin from Bill and Ashley's Terror Theater podcast. New interview with Peter Weller. New interview with the actress Jennifer Dale. New interview with special effects artist Stephen Dupois. We've got Of Unknown Origin from Animal Attack movies to urban survival thriller. Visual essay by Sam Deegan. We've got location featurette Then and Now with the Canadian writer, director, and film programmer Vincenzo Nappi. Some archival extras. Have you seen Of Unknown Origin?
No. I will say that the actor that I interviewed this past weekend, one of the first sentences that came out of his mouth was, George Cosmatos is an asshole. Completely unprompted. We hadn't even gotten to the films yet. I will also say that this is Peter Weller's first movie. And you know, there where it says they got an interview with Dr. Peter Weller. Just so you all know, like, a lot of people say they're a doctor when they have like some education degree, like an EDD, which is like people with PhDs like have trouble not laughing when somebody says they're a doctor and they have an EDD. Right. Peter Weller's PhD is in Italian Renaissance art, so he really is the real deal. Very impressive.
Italian Renaissance art to RoboCop.
Yeah.
Next up, the only movie that people are using the term Ice Cream Man associated with right now, brand new 4K and Blu-ray dual format release of 1995's Clint Howard starring Ice Cream Man. This is going to have a 40-page perfect bound book, limited to 6,000 copies with the slipcover. Newly scanned and restored in 4K. This does have the Joe Bob Briggs and Clint Howard Monster Vision version of the film on here. We've got a 1 in a million shot, new interview with the actor Carl Mackinnon. We've got a new interview with special makeup effects artist Brian Blair, archival interview with Clint Howard, archival extras abound, plus that new booklet with essays by Patrick Dahl, BJ Colangelo, J.A. Kurzweil. Now, I got to get your take on the quote controversy from everybody this week. Ice Cream Man was a Vinegar Syndrome release put out about 9.5 years ago, was recently listed as going out of print, and now out on 4K as part of the subscription. Back when they announced subscriptions, way back in the day, they said, back when they announced 4Ks for the first time, they said 4K upgrades to our films will not be part of the subscription. This is the first time they have been. Any thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I don't really know why businesses make proclamations, because as circumstances change, they're going to make changes. if someone bought the Blu-ray and they're part of the subscription and they're irritated by it, then I can understand it. I've got the old Blu-ray. I'll try to sell it and see if I can make some money. But I guess my only thought is like, why say we're going to do this or we're going to do that when you know that circumstances might change. It's not important enough for me to like feel anything about, really. I don't think.
On that note, Antenna will never have a 4K upgrade. I'll proclaim that right now.
What if?
No, there's no chance in hell I will ever do that. I do understand the people that are sort of upset about it being as part of the subscription.
My whole life, I said I would never get married or have kids, and then look what happened. You calling me a liar?
No.
Stance has changed. That's all.
No. The only other thing I will say, though, I do find more of a problem with the fact that they listed this in their going out of print section recently and put it on sale to encourage people to buy it, knowing that this was coming out. Because this clearly has been planned for a long time.
Do you think they really coordinate at that level, though? Or it's just some, like, intern putting shit up on the website?
I'm not saying it was coordinated. Although when they put it up on for sale and that it was going out of print, they knew that they were doing that. They also knew that the 4K was coming out at that time. So at that point, like it did it have to go out of print? You're releasing it on Blu-ray as part of this. So it feels like they just wanted to stop printing that old version. If that's the case, just stop selling it or not even stop selling it. Just let it go and release the 4K and then give all your old stock to Hamilton Book or something.
Yeah.
They would have bought it at the same sale price and sold 400 copies of it. Why not?
I don't know.
All right. All right. I don't know why this picture was first, but the next one, as part of their VSA line, Faces of Death 3 from 1985 got a 4K and Blu-ray release. And once again, nothing really in the extras here. We've got alternate Faces of Death 3 video version sourced from standard definition tape, isolated music track. That's sort of it on this one. Basically, they've done the first 3 Faces of Death films. I mean, I feel like it's kind of obvious they're probably going to do the 4th one. Those 4 are usually grouped together. So I'm not going to be surprised when that gets announced next month.
Is that how many there are? 4?
Technically, there's 5. The 5th one is separate, and it's kind of a in-name only sequel, if I remember right.
Well, hooray.
Well, and this one sold, or no, maybe it's the second one. One of them sold like shocking. No, it was this one because it's already sold out. Part 3 sold out in like less than 48 hours. It's wild.
Well, it's already in 4K, so we don't have to worry about any double death.
I mean, they're putting Rad out on 4K again this year.
Except for when they re-release all the Faces of Death in a box set.
Got to pull that Kino Lorber. And everybody will buy it for that cardboard.
Not me, man. I have one more Ilsa to get, and that's it. I'm just getting them separate.
What about when they, after the 4th one's out and they do the box set soon and they make an Ilsa documentary? That's also in there.
I guess I hadn't thought about that.
The existential dread that just crossed your face. All right.
It's like when Criterion just re-released Showa. But it's got another documentary to add to the 14-hour documentary.
And it's the same format, but they were like, here's another disc with another documentary.
And it's like, I want to...
All right.
I have to get it. You know?
Next up, this is part of their VSL line, and it's from 1980, The First Deadly Sin. This one is pretty interesting looking. This is a downbeat, gritty neo-noir thriller set against sleazy 1980s New York City director Brian Hutton's adaptation of Lawrence Sanders' best-selling novel, The First Deadly Sin, marked the final starring role for Frank Sinatra.
I got to tell you, watching the trailer in which you get to see Frank Sinatra and Joe Spinell acting in the same frame. Pretty awesome. This is a definite pickup.
This one, we got a new interview with Jeffrey DeMunn. We've got a new interview with Laurent Bozereau, the DP of of Faye. We got a new featurette with James L. Nebar and Gary Schneerberger, film historians and co-authors of Frank Sinatra on the big screen. We've got Cinescapes, new featurette looking at the locations of the first deadly sin, and then some archival extras. I'm very curious on this one. I did not hear great things, and the reviews don't look wonderful, but it does sound great, and I gotta love 1980s New York.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not a very good movie, but you gotta. Oh, and look at this. We got Bruce. Speaking of Bruce Willis, we got him as an uncredited extra. Yeah, I mean, I just want to be able to make that shot of Joe Spinell and Frank Sinatra my desktop background.
Nice. Next, as part of the Iconoscope line, we've got Death of a Cheerleader from 1994. This is going to come in a single-walled hard slipcase and slipcover combo. This is art done by Suspiria Vilches, limited to 4,000 units. This is a made-for-TV movie by William A. Graham, and you've got some names in this. Tori Spelling, Valerie Harper, James Avery, Krista Miller, Terry O'Quinn. Newly scanned and restored in 4K from the OCN, newly transferred and restored original 2.0 stereo soundtrack, commentary with the one and only Amanda Reyes. We've got A Friend to Die For. Margaret Langrick is the accidental actor in a floppy hat. Interview with the actress Margaret Langrick. Visual essay by Scott Humphreys. Stills Gallery, 24-page booklet with an essay by Amanda Reyes. I've only heard great things on it. I definitely need to see this one.
Well, what kind of great things have you heard? It's a Tori Spelling Lifetime movie.
Supposedly, it's genuinely very, very interesting.
I mean, I'm not saying that.
Dying to see it.
I'm interested.
Yep. All right, one more from Iconoscope. We've got Disappearance from 2002. This one, again, slipcase and slipcover combo. This one by Robert Samlin, limited to 4,000 copies. Ambitious, thoroughly creepy thriller written and directed by prolific telefilm writer Walter Klenhard, who also did Buried Alive 2. This uses the barren Aussie outback as a stand-in for the U.S. Southwest for a tense tale inspired by desert horror such as The Hills Have Eyes. We've got Harry Hamlin in this. We've got Susan Day. Also both sweeping and eerie desert cinematography by David Connell and an unsettling score by Shirley Walker. You got an audio commentary by Rob Kelly and Daniel Budnick. Audio commentary by the director Walter Klenhard, moderated by Amanda Reyes. Original broadcast trailer, 24-page book with an essay by the journalist and film critic Simon Foster. Have you seen Disappearance?
No, but as I mentioned, L.A. Law, holy cow. Yeah, this is automatic. Like half the cast of L.A. Law versus Hills Have Eyes? Yeah.
Versus Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, this sounds pretty damn good. All right, from their DeGausser video line, Twin Cheeks from 1994, getting one of their LED VHSs. I'm kind of shocked. This is the first time they're selling an LED VHS without showing you the actual LED VHS. Yeah, check it out if you're into it. Next up, they got this new print of a Dragon on the Mount. Seemed to get a lot of people excited about this one. And then they're selling a Mummy skate deck. You got some thoughts on the Vinegar Syndrome skate decks?
Well, as you know, just yesterday, I took my youngster to a skate shop to outfit their new Vinegar Syndrome skate deck. Did not anticipate how expensive that was going to be, so my child now will either qualify for the X Games or we were going to chalk this up as a failure. Which, I mean, they better skate the fuck out of this skateboard. Yeah, these are cool designs, I guess. I don't know. I stopped putting dragons on my wall like around the time I lost my virginity in my mid-30s. But it's a fine looking beast.
Next up, we get to the partner labels. We got a whole bunch to talk about tonight. First up, Something Weird and AGFA teaming up again for The Acid Eaters and Space Thing from 1967 and 1968. That orange oval looking thing there is, of course, not a part of the artwork. You'll find the goodies behind that later. This is limited to 2,000 units, double dose of psychotropic anti-time capsules from producer David F. Friedman and the director Byron Mabe, billed as the first Hollywood underground film. The Acid Eaters tells the mind-expanding story of a group of working-class swingers who drop acid and melt into sex, knife fights, and a literal trip to hell.
This was an immediate order for me. David Friedman loves Space Thing. Brendan Timmons was like, I enjoy putting dragons on my balls. Hey man, absolutely. I still have some of my old Dungeons and Dragons manuals. One of these days I'm gonna find a group to play with.
This release, the Acid Eaters has a previously this is such a weird way to say this, previously unreleased archival commentary. So it used to be unreleased?
Right, it was recorded but never put on the disc.
Okay.
That alone is worth the price.
With Mike Rainey and David F. Friedman, we got an archival commentary with Mike Rainey and David F. Friedman on Space Thing. Shorts from the Something Weird SVHS archive, Drug Freaks, and This is the Moon. Trailers for both of the features. Booklet with essays by Britt Ruert and Something Weird's Lisa Petrucci. I agree with you. Definitely a must. I love the stuff from Something Weird. Love that they're getting good restorations. Next up, from ETR Media, we've got Action Figure Adventure from 2021. This is the slipcover art on this one. We've got a special limited edition slipcover, limited to 500 units on this one. We've got special interviews with pop culture icons Kevin Smith, Super 7 founder Brian Flynn, Mark Taylor, Tom Kalinske, and behind the scenes, and all kinds of other stuff. We've got the Jay and Rob Toy Show Seasons 1 and 2 on here, Action Figure Adventure Season 1, post-episode roundtable discussions, Action Figure Adventure Season 1 and 2 trailers, and that is it. Any comments here?
We got a lot of media for adult virgins this time. Isn't this like the fourth documentary by this guy with the same?
I don't think so. I think this is the only one.
Isn't the same people that did the video games? Like tracking down every Nintendo game? I may be wrong there. I didn't think so, but possibly? I don't know. All these guys are the same to me, but yeah, cool. You know, if this were on, it would definitely activate my nostalgia, and I'd probably watch it.
The screen name, I can't change it, but I got to point out Dick Smokers in Central California says that it's 104 degrees, going to be 108 and 110 over the next couple of days. I do not miss that living in the desert in California, but it's been miserable here too. I feel your pain.
Bro, when I was out in LA, people were complaining how hot it was, but we're in the middle of like a severe drought, and
it's been awful.
It's been, with the heat index and humidity, it's been like 112 for a month and a half.
Yeah.
So when I went out to LA, I was like, I can put on pants.
Well, the big thing, it not being miserably humid there is so different. So different. All right. Next up, we've got Affection coming from Brainstorm Media. This slipcover was limited to 500. This says, afflicted by a mysterious condition that resets her memory, Ellie becomes trapped in a cyclical nightmare with the man who claims to be her husband. She must uncover the horrifying truth of her existence soon before she forgets it all again. This one with Jessica Roth from Happy Death Day. This looked pretty great. Very curious to see this one. Deleted scenes, trailer, audio commentary with the writer-director B.T. Meza and Jessica Roth and one of the other actors, Joseph Cross. Storyboard to film extra on here, a couple featurettes, and that is it. Did you watch the trailer for this one? You curious on this?
Yeah, she's got quite a niche as an actress. I have to say, if I were doing this commentary, like I would moderate it with her. Like every few minutes, I would just start my questions over. I think it would be funny.
Oh, Groundhog Day, the commentary.
This is like Overboard meets the Groundhog Day.
Yeah. All right. Next up from
What do you think about it? Groundhog Day is a pretty disturbing movie.
It is. It's basically a horror movie played for yucks.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Next up from Several Futures is Eloise from 1975. This slip was also limited to 500. This one is one I know nothing about. It says one of a handful of female outsider artists to earn praise from the early exponents of art brut. Alois Corbaz, born in modest circumstances in Lausanne, Switzerland in 1886, institutionalized as a schizophrenic in 1918 and kept under psychiatric observation until her death in 1964, is portrayed here by two of the premier European actresses of their respective generations, Isabelle Huppert, who plays Corbaz as a ruminative, searching young woman, and Delphine Seyrig, astonishingly committed as the elder artist. This is restored in 4K by TF1 Studio and La Cinémathèque François and the Swiss Cinémathèque as well. We've also got on here a short film by de Kermadec from 1965, inspired by Through the Looking Glass, also starring Delphine Seyrig. A short film by Abraham Siegel featuring Seyrig and the painter Mary Barnes from 1986. A booklet with a new essay by Tim Palmer, a new translation of a tribute to Leland de Kermadec, Exceptional Destinies and Constrained Desires by Alexander Musa. Lots going on here. Love the artwork here by Tyler Rubenfeld. I've never heard of this, never seen it. Is this one you're familiar with, sir?
No, but this was immediate as well.
It sounds very good. Very good.
Grandmothers of Darkness. Because of Delphine Seyrig.
Yeah, understood.
Whatever, dude. I'm slamming them tonight.
You're doing great. I'm into it. Everybody check out Dodgers of Darkness if you've never seen it. She's amazing in it. Next up from Decanalog, We Are Not Cats from 2016. This one was limited to 500. It says, after losing his job, girlfriend, and home in a single day, a desperate 30-something with nowhere to go, played by Michael Patrick Nicholson, accepts a one-off delivery job in a remote upstate backwater. There he stumbles upon Anya, a beguiling and mysterious young artist who shares his proclivity for eating human hair. While their shared obsession bonds these two loners together, it also takes them on a perverse and disturbing journey.
Ugh. So at first I was trying to wrap my head around how you can be upstate and backwater at the same time.
In the Finger Lakes.
And then eating, I can't even say it. Ugh.
Here, we've got a director's audio commentary from 2018. We got an on-camera interview with Xander Robin and Michael Patrick Nicholson. That's a brand new interview. We got deleted scenes with optional director's commentary, short films by Xander Robin, original short film version of Are We Not Cats, The Virgin Herod, and I don't know how you say _diamond heart _ diamond, maybe? Yeah. How much are you buying the hair-eating movie?
I am in solidarity with Craig. No cats, no sale.
Thanks, Dick Smoker. Appreciate the donation. It feels like an insult every time. I'm sorry.
I think it's pronounced Daisuke Mokra. Daisuke Mokra.
That was very well done. Very well done. Next is Shudder's output for the month. We've got Black Cab from 2024. This one was limited to 1,000 units, and it is getting a Blu-ray release. This one's starring Nick Frost. I remember the trailer for this, looking pretty damn good. This is going to be a Region A Locked Blue, new audio commentary with Bruce Goodison, book with new writing by Becky Dark. Did you get to watch this one?
I thought it was about a cab that didn't pick up white people, and it was kind of like a revenge fantasy. But it turns out it's not about that at all.
That movie's called More Cash Please Cab.
Anyway. No, I don't know anything about this.
Anyway is right.
Is that one on Shudder?
It is. It absolutely is.
I'll check it out.
Next one is also from Shudder. This is a 2022 film coming out on 4K and Blu-ray, and it's called Night of the Hunted. This one limited to 1,500 slipcovers. And
so I
this
guess
one sounds...
This is a remake of the Roland film?
This says... When an unsuspecting woman stops at a remote gas station in the dead of night, she's made the plaything of a sociopathic sniper with a secret vendetta. To survive, she must not only dodge his bullets and fight for her life, but also figure out who wants her dead and why. Is that a remake? I've not seen the original Night of the Hunted.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. But wouldn't it say so?
Possibly. It says new audio commentary with Tori Potenza, video interview with the director and co-writer Frank Calhoun, video interview with the actress Camille Rowe, gallery behind-the-scenes images, plus a booklet with new writing by Philip Escott from Second Sight, the producer out there.
Oh, I don't guess it is. Interesting.
It is interesting.
Well, I probably prefer the Roland film.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, this is more... No. I thought they had just maybe changed the scenario a little bit, but no, it's a different film.
Completely different, not a remake at all?
Completely different, yeah.
All right. Big thing to highlight, too, like I said, 4K release on this one. What's up, Steven?
That must be a experience to watch a live stream like an hour and a half behind
while the chat's rolling in.
It's like an existential version of running across a bridge in a Zelda game.
The worst part, though, is imagine if something like cataclysmic happened in the stream and you're an hour and a half behind and you see the chat come up and everybody's like, is he dead?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, goodness. All right, next one, 2025's Buffet Infinity, getting a Blu-ray release from Yellow Veil Pictures. And this one, I got to say, huge recommendation. I genuinely loved this movie. It is really well done. Semi ho-hum slip on it. If slips are your thing, they could have done much better with the art on this. But this film, if you've not heard of it yet, slip is limited to 1,000, says, echoing the Canadian comedy classic SCTV and picking from hundreds of hours of original low-budget TV ads to tell the sinister tale of two restaurants battling it out in the fictional town of Westridge County. Ads for insurance, used car rivals, a local religious scholar, and a recording artist converge to tell the story of an expanding sinkhole, a cult, and an ever-growing restaurant that becomes unsettlingly sentient. This is in the vein of like WNUF Halloween special, those type of films that, make their own fake ads and stuff. It is this really fun anthology, really well made. It feels very like Adult Swim type of humor. I really love this. I think people are going to like this. It is so well made. You've got an early cut from 2023 on here, unused fake ads that they had made, Mosley Rosin promos videos. You've got Q&A at the Fantasia Film Festival, storyboard and animatics to scenes, commentaries with the director and the producer, video interview, essay by Tori Potenza. I'm assuming you have not seen this one.
No, but I'm interested. It's all Canadian ads, so like poutine and junkyards.
Have you watched like WNUF? Are you into that style?
Yeah, I like WNUF.
Yeah. All right.
I haven't watched the second one yet. I need to do that.
I gotta be honest, I have not either, and I've heard it's great. I really need to. Next up, we get a whole bunch, as usual, kind of do this every month, from Film Movement. So the next few are going to be from Film Movement. First, we got 2022's Chambermaid. This one was limited to 500 copies of the slip. It's on the brink of the First World War. 15-year-old Anka is sent from her Slovakian village to work as a maid in a wealthy Prague household. Once there, the insecure newcomer is charged with looking after Rezi, the family's difficult daughter, enduring episode after episode of cruelty and humiliation at her hand. Soon, Anka begins to see cracks in Rezi's tough surface, uncovering hidden family secrets. This one, not really any names I recognize. Region A Locked making a featurette, booklet with an essay by Nadine Whitney. Do you know Chambermaid? Have you heard of this one?
No, but I like it when women find solace in each other.
What was the line earlier? Feminists will differ.
No, this is cool.
Yeah, looks pretty decent. I believe, the trailer was there. Give that trailer a watch. I think this is one of a couple that I still need to watch. Next up from them, one that I definitely want to check out in 2019's Corpus Christi. This one was limited to 500 slips, and it's anchored by a dynamically physical, wild-eyed performance from newcomer Bartosz Bilenia. This is an incisive, darkly humorous, and engrossing exploration of faith, second chances, and the possibility of atonement. We have an essay by Alexandra Heller-Nicholas, making of short film Nice to See You by Jan Komasa, and subtitles, of course. Any thoughts on this? Did you watch the trailer?
Good thing about the subtitles.
I'm genuinely grateful that so many of these modern companies are now putting subtitles and everything. Anytime I go to watch like an old Code Red disc, I'm like, God damn it. Somebody upgrade this already.
So when I was at FrankenCon, I got to talking with a couple, and one of them was visually impaired. And she was telling me, I still like to watch movies with my husband, like movies that I've seen before. I can remember what they looked like and enjoy the sound. But I really wish, you do all this stuff for closed captioning. I really wish we had scene descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, wow, now there's a job I would love. You know what I mean? Like, and you could, what a great, like, whole economy you can make out of that. The right wingers finally get drag queens out of libraries. We can let drag queens become the scene description people for movies. Like, oh, who's this bitch? Like, and I would love it. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Like, if your job is to describe what you're watching, I'd be like that surfer dude that went viral 10 years ago, describing his role where he's like, and then I was like, chaw, whoa, what's going on?
I
want this to be my new job.
I met with somebody about a film from the drag world this week, and my goodness, the amount of jokes that we all said in like a span of 40 minutes was so incredible. I really hope that we end up with that movie. I cannot wait.
I love the way you just like skip past my advocacy for not only accessibility, but for inclusive accessibility.
I love that you are so humble that you needed to call attention to it again. So thank you.
Wow. Wasn't even my idea. It was this blind chick.
This blind chick. Oh, after all that,
No, she was so cool, like such a nice person, and like we talked for quite some time, and I felt stupid that it was something that hadn't occurred to me before, right? I never thought about visually impaired people enjoying movies. I just completely wrote them out of my consciousness,
I get that, yeah.
So,
all right.
Oh, your question about Corpus Christi. Cool, yeah. This looks.
No one remembers the question, by the way.
I'm excited with the subtitles.
I will say, if I remember right, Jesper is from Europe, and Jesper says this is the best Polish film ever.
Ooh. That's a statement.
He says it's an amazing film about love, faith, and what religion should be. It's beautiful and amazing. Interesting.
Okay.
All right. Next up on...
That was so genuine and heartfelt. I'm not even going to undercut it with a joke. That makes me want to see it.
Colton, I was going to highlight this a little bit more. Last year, I was about to say that. Last year, I made a Dr. Will quote.
Freaking. you, you're a product of the American education system right there, Brian.
Oh, yeah. Wait. I never said he was from Poland.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I said he was from Europe. He's from Denmark. I was spot on. I can remember where.
Okay, excuse me.
Thank you.
Well, I'm also a product of the American education system.
A product of the accessibility system. You need to listen better. Anyways, last year I made a tote bag after one of Dr. Will's quotes on here was "I don't fuck with tote bags," and I literally printed that on tote bags and sent him one. And now I kind of feel like I want to put one that says "Cool, yeah, Dr. Will Dodson."
That's like the best. That's like the best feedback a student can get from me.
Cool, yeah.
B+.
Oh, man. All right. Next up, My Sole Desire. This one is also from Film Movement. This is from 2022. This is limited to 500. Heard this is really great. I like the art on this one. Definitely well made. This says, the Paris Strip Club and My Sole Desire. I'm not gonna butcher that. Is home to a mesmerizing troupe of seductive female performers. Like a moth to a flame, newcomer Manon is drawn to their sensual allure and adopts to the stage name Aurore. Among her fellow dancers is audience favorite Mia, a beautiful aspiring actress who moonlights at the club unbeknownst to her live-in boyfriend. From identifying which client she should avoid to booking private dances, Mia serves as a trusted guide on Manon's erotic journey. But even as Manon begins to experiment with riskier propositions that Mia will not pursue, it is not long before the two begin to develop romantic feelings for one another. Navigating the complexities of this new life, Manon must face questions about her sexuality as the line between professional and personal desire starts to blur. This one is Region A locked. We got a short film called The Belly Strike. We got deleted scenes and actress auditions. My Sole Desire. Thoughts?
I like it when women find solace in one another. So is this about like strippers who keep their shoes on?
No, that's when they found solace in each other. Go, come on. That was at least a cool, yeah, B+.
I'll leave that to the group to judge.
I mean,
that was offensively bad.
I disagree. Let's go to the next one. The Wailing. In Will speak, that's cool. Nah.
I got to tell you, you've got a small but really locked in constituency, and I really love them. I love the group. I really do.
Oh, I love you guys. Oh, this is incredible. All right, next on from Film Movement is The Wailing from 2024. Not The Wailing from, what was that, 2017, I think it was, but The Wailing. This one limited to 1,000 units, and it says, Andrea, university student in present-day Madrid, lives a seemingly normal life until one day when her boyfriend is killed in a shocking act of violence. She soon begins to notice a mysterious entity that follows her no matter where she turns. 20 years prior, Marie, a woman in Buenos Aires, suffered the same fate. Camila, a documentarian, learns of the threat these women faced, but no one will believe her. Across time and space, these three unconnected women are bound together by an inescapable horror. And Dr. Will says, I love it when women find solace in each other.
That's exactly where I was going.
This one, directed by Pedro Martin Calero. This has a behind-the-scenes featurette booklet with an essay by Sheila Rowan Legg, and it's got a Region A locked Blu-ray. And that is it. I'm dying to see this. This sounds really freaking great, actually.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It seems to be the underlying theme of the release week.
Oh, man. I wonder how many more female solace movies we have.
Enough to make the internet start complaining.
That was just anything with a female. Next up, one that I'm very curious to see what Will has to say. Wild Eye releasing Deadly Dealings from 2022 on Blu-ray, limited to 500 units. Slipcover by Suspiria Vilches again. Mary, plagued by haunting and disturbing visions of her brother who has tragically passed away. Desperate to reconnect with him, she reluctantly turns to a spirit board for answers to his death. However, her attempts to communicate with him unleash a malevolent entity that begins to torment her, invading both her dreams and waking life. This is directed by Adam Freeman and Roman Josert, starring Ronnie Jonah, Connor McCarthy, Dixie Gers, Adam Freeman, Stephen McGill. Audio commentary with the producer-director, Adam Freeman. Adam Freeman gets an interview on here with one of the actresses as well. A bunch of interviews, actually. Behind the scenes, image gallery, original trailer, a folded poster, and that's it. Any thoughts on Deadly Dealings?
I don't know. Probably my favorite thing about this film will be that it's 71 minutes long.
71 is a solid runtime for this.
I'm not even kidding. I wish more movies were that long.
Brendan, I've been wanting to say this exact same sentence for a while. What is it with Wild Eye films selling so well? Aren't these the same movies that have been available on DVD at places like MVD for $1 a piece for years and years? Absolutely they are. Yeah, when they weren't on sale, they were like $4.99 on DVD. This is wild to me that they are selling all of their slipcovers, sometimes like day 1 or 2. Kind of crazy.
It's all about the flip.
I don't understand.
We're in a weird time.
I guess.
Well, book collectors search for rare editions. Record collectors look for alternate cover art.
It's true.
Fans of low-budget Ouija board movies look for the best possible technical presentations.
With art by Suspiria. Like, I love Suspiria Vilches and her art, but man, like, if they're not great movies, what are we doing? Why are we saying yes to every title? I don't know.
Why are you trying to take away jobs from art majors? I don't know what your problem is.
I love it when women find solace in each other. I'm sorry. Next up. This is the one that I was actually waiting for. Wild Eye releasing 2004's The Hazing. The Hazing. This one limited to 1,000 units. And slipcover on this one designed by Chris Barnes. Co-ed group of college pledges are sent to a crumbling mansion for initiation, but the night turns deadly when a deranged professor played by Brad Dourif.
What? Dourif?
Acting like I don't know anybody in here. Begins killing them one by one from beyond the grave. Trapped inside, they must uncover his motive and the possible traitor in their ranks. Of course, starring Tiffany Shepis and Perry Shen. There's some others. Directed by Rolf Konevsky, who also did There's Nothing Out There. Tiffany also on the commentary with Rolf Konevsky on this as well. On archival commentary from the cast, archival commentary from Konevsky. New interviews with Konevsky and Tiffany Shepis and Perry Shen. A bunch of interviews on this. Behind the scenes with Tiffany. We've got Tiffany getting into makeup on this. Alternate rough cut, deleted extended scenes, bloopers, E-Entertainment news clip, short films, Emma's for Matchmaker, Forgotten Horrors, The Hazing Review, 20-page booklet, folded poster, all kinds of shit in this one. Will, tell us about The Hazing.
Well, I'm excited to finally be able to get rid of my... What was this from? My not even Blockbuster previously viewed DVD. This is like an action video or something. So I've had this DVD for many, many years. It'll be nice to get rid of that. When I interviewed Tiffany a couple months ago, she mentioned that she was working on this, and I was like, "Oh, think we could do something for it?" And she's like, "Yeah, just stay in touch." So you see how that went. But I'm really excited about it. I'm sure her commentary is going to be Absolutely hilarious. This is one of, I think, her best movies. I like Rolf Konevsky.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Next up, Club Super 8 is putting out Exposed from 1971. Exposed. This one was limited to 2,000 units and says 17-year-old Lena, played by Christina Lindbergh, who was 21 at the time. Love that they have to specify that. Is alone in town while her parents are on vacation. She is torn between her innocent boyfriend Jan and the older, worldly and perverted girl photographer Helga. Heinz Hopf plays Helga, whom Christina Lindbergh played against in Thriller, a cool picture. Lena hikes a ride with Lars and his open-minded wife. The couple party, swim naked, and have sex in front of the wide-eyed Lena. Back in the big city, she is once again attracted to Helga and his sick parties and erotic games. Memories, the present, violent fantasies, and reality mix in the sexually confused girl's head. This launched at the Cannes Film Festival, where Christina's presence became the sensation of the year in newspapers around the world. This one, 2-disc region-free release. We've got Exposed Diary of a Rape US edit and dub, French edit and dub. You've got the German edit and dub, German dub of the original version, interviews with Christina Lindbergh and Gustav Wiklund, interviews with Bjorn Adderley and Lasse Lundberg. Those are brand new. We've got Christina back in Cannes in 2026. Visual essay by the owner of Club Super 8, Ricard. Poster and image gallery, unpublished contact sheets, all kinds of galleries, trailers, and audio commentaries, and tons of stuff. Exposed. How do you feel?
Well, let's see. Synapse's Impulse label had this out on DVD, so this is a nice upgrade. I think I've talked before about the weird ethics of adult age actors playing underage characters while we look at them naked, and how weird that is, and how normalized that was throughout like 80s like teen comedies in America. I remember like 20 years ago or so, I was getting my master's degree, and I was over at somebody's apartment having drinks, and some Swedish like study abroad students were there.
Mm-hmm.
And we started talking about Swedish film, and they were like, well, who do you like in Swedish cinema? And I was like, oh, Christina Lindbergh. And they were like, what? She's they said, and like they were like, she's a porno actress. And I was like, I think there's some nuance there that you're missing. She's not a pornographic actress. She's in several films that are erotic by nature, but they're. So I tried to like mansplain that I was not a perverted creeper,
right,
to these Swedes. It didn't work.
It didn't work. I was waiting for like, did it work?
I don't know. I didn't know, like, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, Bergman. No.
Yeah.
Change it up a little bit.
All right. That is Exposed. Next up, from Umbrella, Goodbye Paradise from 1982. This one, limited to 1,000 slips. A cult favorite of Australian neo-noir, Goodbye Paradise is a sharp, sunburnt thriller that blends political satire, mystery, and offbeat humor. This one directed by Carl Scholes, starring Ray Barrett and Robin Nevin. Audio commentary with producer Jane Scott, cinematographer John Seal, and the screenwriter Denny Lawrence, moderated by Stephen Vagg. Interview with the actor Grant Dodwell. Interview with Carl Schultz as well. And a TV spot. I've never seen Goodbye Paradise. You seen this one?
Oi, there's been a murder.
That wasn't bad. Terry's got an autographed VHS of this one. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I really want to see that.
Never seen. Have you seen anything from this director, Carl Schultz?
What else is he on?
No idea.
Well, then how would either of us know?
Because you're a film professor. You should know.
Man. There's one thing I know for sure. It's that I don't know much of nothing. I think it was Operation Ivy who once said, all I know is that I don't know all I know is that I don't know nothing. That's how I live my life.
That's it.
Yeah.
I love Op Ivy.
Let's see. Oh, The Seventh Sign. I've seen that. Wait. Yeah. He's from Hungary, actually. So. Crikey, he's Hungarian.
That was not good. Oh, geez. All right, that's Goodbye Paradise. Next up, Honey June. This is coming from Circle Collective. Honey June is from 2025. This one limited to 500 units and says it's a surprisingly sexy, darkly funny, emotional roller coaster. In this light and dark comedy, June and her Persian exiled mom, Leela, take a trip to the romantic Azores Islands for a grief anniversary with contrasting ideas about how to grieve, how to live, and how tiny June's bikini should be. Between happy honeymooners, doom-scrolling woman life freedom, and their charming, hot yet deep surfer tour guide, Zhao, these two women and we, the audience, surf the waves of life, loss, flirting, an unforgettable ride. This is for anyone who lives with loss, for anyone who wants to feel free in their body, for anyone who has tried and failed to flirt. Director commentary with Lillian T. Merrill on here, behind the scenes, concierge casting, Super 8 film memories, whale watching. We had lots of whale talk in the chat tonight by Daisuke Mokra. Collectible postcards also come with this film. Honey June, did you watch the trailer on this one? Any thoughts?
Yeah, it looks good, but I still want to talk about Carl Schultz.
Okay.
Who, in addition to directing The Seventh Sign with Demi Moore, I think we've probably all seen something he did. He did a lot of episodes of The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Anyway, generally I don't like things to be surprisingly sexy. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
you want to be prepped for it?
Well, you know, somebody wash my hands.
Jesus.
Hey, I'm trying to protect you.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
But yeah, this looks all right. Yet again, finding solace.
Oh man.
This. And I tend to like what Circle Collective puts out, so.
Yes, indeed. Next up, this one from Utopia, Idiotka from 2025. Idiotka, this one limited to 500 units. This says, Margarita, a disgraced fashion designer, enters a reality show with a 6-figure cash prize to save her grandmother's West Hollywood apartment. But as the competition intensifies, the show's slick producer pushes her to spin her family's struggle into spectacle, forcing Margarita to decide whether to play along or take control of her own narrative, one unhinged look at a time. This one, we got a film photo gallery, behind-the-scenes photo gallery with the photographer credit Anna Barishnikov. We got New York opening Q&A at Cran Hill Theater, USC Q&A, the Utopia Screening Room podcast. We've got a Los Angeles opening Q&A at the American Cinemathex, Los Feliz 3, and a trailer. How do you feel about this?
Looks stressful, but I'd watch it.
Just like Circle Collective, I like a lot of the stuff Utopia does.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I watched Fargo again for the first time in a long time.
Good movie.
Recently, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Cool, yeah. B+.
Love the score.
Next up, Utopia putting out a new variant slipcover of We're All Going to the World's Fair, undoubtedly to capitalize on Jane Schunbrun's new film coming out this month. Did you ever see We're All Going to the World's Fair?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You did? I'm kind of surprised you put that on. What about Jane's second film? Did you watch that one too?
What do you think? I'm some kind of...
transphobe, maybe?
What's your question?
Did you get to see Jane's second film?
No, not yet, but I did get a copy of it. That's the... What's it called?
The...
you made yourself into a corner, didn't you?
No, I did not. I saw the TV Glow.
Right. Yeah, I haven't watched that yet.
The one that's about to come out, I keep getting the name wrong. It's Teenage Death. Sorry, see, I did it again. Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, and I genuinely think that might be like the movie of the fall that Obsession was earlier this year. So very eager for that. All right.
Best way to overcome prejudice is to make a shit ton of money.
That is very, very true. Colton, we all know Will is not a transphobe. Colton says, I know he loves some Vegeta Wilson.
Well, yes.
Next up, Kimstim releasing Joan of Arc from 2019. This one, art by Stake Mountain, and we've got 500 copies here of the slipcover. Provocative break from more conventional cinematic portraits of the sainted icon. Bruno Dumont's beautifully shot Joan of Arc depicts the last 3 years of the young martyr's life as she leads the King of France's army against England, is captured and finally burned at the stake by the church, which accuses her of heresy. Prudhomme returns to the title role after depicting a very young Joan, and Dumont's heavy metal-backed 2017 Jeannette features a lush synth soundtrack by singer-songwriter Christophe. This one has a slideshow of Joan of Arc in film. Bruno Dumont answers 4 viewer questions in the featurette there. We got a Q&A with Dumont as he discusses spiritual cinema, the musician Christophe, and the film's amazing ballet des chevaux, moderated by Acropolis Cinema's Jordan Cronk. We got a trailer and a booklet with new writing by Stephanie LaCava. Joan of Arc, any thoughts?
499 slips because I ordered one.
Immediately, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, this movie has pretty middling reviews, but I think it's a pretty fascinating approach to the story, and Dumont is a very interesting filmmaker, so it is an immediate pickup.
Nice. Next up, from 1-2 Special, Continental 25. This is from 2025. Limited to 500 slips on this one. And it says, when Orsolia oversees the eviction of a local elderly man in Cluj, Transylvania, the consequences come to shatter her and her understanding of her place in society. Spiraling into an existential crisis, she wanders the city, meeting with people in her life, her husband, an old friend, her former student, a priest, to consider and reconcile her place in an increasingly maddening modern world. This is the next film from Radu Jude, which keeps getting a release pretty much every single month from all of the partner labels. This one from 2025, Region A locked. We had a conversation with Richard Linklater on the disc. New York Film Festival introduction trailer, booklet with new writing by Nicholas Pedrero Setzer, and that is it. Radu Jude. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Jude's one of the key figures of the Romanian New Wave, and it's so great to see like 6 or 7 of his films released through OCN labels over the past couple of years. It's been like I could probably teach a class on him at this point. I've got enough films to fill a syllabus, which would be great, because if you're going to learn about the Romanian New Wave, obviously you get an expert.
Silent Mandible, this is 1-2 Special. 1-2 Special.
But yeah, this is another one that was an immediate pickup.
I agree. Same here. And yeah, I do like the cover art, Daisuke.
I don't mean to imply that they're the same Daisuke as the other Daisuke.
I understood that. Yeah, this is Daisuke Makura.
Right. This is different person, same pronunciation.
Next up is the Saturn's Core release, Love is a... What?
Pull the picture of the bass player from Van Halen up again. There we go.
The hair.
Whoa. Nice. I like it when you get out of the hot tub and then have to immediately rake it.
That is a disgusting word to use.
Hey, you know what? They should get the We Are Not Cats people to come clean it out.
Oh God. Jesus, I love women finding solace in each other. Oh, disgusting. All right, well, let's try this again. Saturn's Core putting out Love is a Stranger and Love is a Stranger Again, these films from 1994 and 1997. This slipcover limited to 1,000. And in the first film, it says, in Love is a Stranger from 94, young Gwen Stevens attempts to escape her controlling and abusive boyfriend, Craig, by taking a job at the studio of a local photographer and Lothario named Landon Love. Unfortunately for Gwen, many of Love's female staff have already inexplicably disappeared, only to be found murdered at the hands of a mysterious necktie-obsessed psychopath. And then we've got Love is a Stranger again with it. This is region-free. We got newly remastered short films from Dave Castiglione. We've got bloopers and outtakes from the short films, archival Don Murphy Vampira interview. On Love is a Stranger, we get a new scan from the SVHS master tapes, commentary with Dave, the director, moderated by Ross Snyder of Saturn's Core. We got bloopers and outtakes on that one. An early alt rough cut, archival cable access TV interview with Dave as well. And then on the sequel, we get a brand new director's cut compiled under the supervision of the director, commentary with Dave, moderated by Ross from Saturn's Core. And we got an interview with Dave, an interview with the actor Osmond Carriam, and an audition tape. I got to admit, I saw both of these films because I helped do the commentaries for these movies. This is a really fun release. If you've never seen these movies, if you're into all the SOV stuff that Saturn's Core has done, this is up there for like top 10 or 12 of their releases. I loved these ones. It was a great time. Any thoughts, Will?
Oh, this one was not my first salvo of purchases, but it's in my wish list.
Nice.
Hmm.
All right. Moving on. The next one is a 4K and Blu-ray release from Connie releasing of Macho Dancer. This is from Lino Brocca from 1988. This is limited to 2,000 slipcovers. The slipcover designed by Tony Stella. One of Lino Brocca's lasting successes, 1988's Macho Dancer, admirably blends the maestro's flair for socially conscious melodrama and pulp provocation, setting the template for what would become Viva Film's erotic niche to this day. This is great looking. We got an interview with the screenwriter Ricky Lee, interview with the actor William Lorenzo, interview with the actor Joel Lamongan, critical look and archival featurette at the film, theatrical trailer. Macho Dancer, Lino Brocca, Connie, any thoughts from Will?
Enough said. That's an automatic. Connie's always automatic.
Kind of incredible work. I love the stuff that they've been picking up and putting out.
Insert gay joke.
Next up, probably not much we need to talk about here, but Not Quite Hollywood getting a Blu-ray release in the U.S. from Magnolia finally. This one has a slipcover by Robert Sandlin, limited to 1,000. I think all of the extras on here are archival. I may be wrong. Verifying. Yeah, I don't think they did anything else here. Not Quite Hollywood, kind of a big Ozploitation documentary for a lot of people. If you are not super familiar with Ozploitation stuff, this Mark Hartley doc is very important. If you've kind of dove deep into it already before, it might feel slightly surface level, but also it formulates opinions and critique on a lot of Ozploitation films that never got eyes on it before this doc. So yeah, check it out. This is a big deal. Any thoughts on Not Quite Hollywood? I'm sure you've seen this at some point.
I've got an earlier edition, and one thing that I really love about it is that the cover, this is how
the hype sticker
says this, and this is how they're selling the movie. 50 minutes of Tarantino.
Will's favorite.
So I purchased it anyway. It is a great documentary, along with Machete Maidens Unleashed, and what was the one about Cannon?
Oh, Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. With these three, I mean, you really get a great overview of late 70s, early 80s exploitation film. So, I don't need this for the new slipcover, but if you've never seen it and don't have it, it is worth a pickup. One thing I can say is, by word of caution, is if you've never seen Not Quite Hollywood before, the first time you watch it, you'll find yourself writing down
so many notes,
so many movies that you will then go break your bank on.
I love film docs like that. They've opened my eyes to so many things. But yeah, just like you, I've got that Umbrella release. Next, this one from Dark Star Pictures. We got Shirkoa in Lies We Trust from 2024. This one, slipcover designed by Lucas Peveril, one of my favorite artists. Love his work. This is no exception. This looks incredible. Limited to 500 slips. In the sophisticated, near-perfect society, Shirkoa, citizens live with their paper bags on their heads to dissolve differences. Tensions rise when the whispers of a mythical land without the bags start to float and a fresh council member sparks an accidental revolution. This has a making of featurette introduction by the director, interview with the producer, Bishquan Tran, original short film called Shirkoa as well, and Asia Argento music video, Sexodrome, on this as well. Any thoughts on Shirkoa?
Really want to see it. Got another cat situation going on here. All right.
Is this one gonna maul you as well?
Quite possibly. Well, Clouseau has a drooling situation, and if you're not careful, he will unload a full half liter into your mouth.
Oh,
yeah. Anyway.
yikes.
I love the concept here. Of course, it makes me think back to earlier the keychain or whatever it is of the
magnet.
Yeah, for sure, a bag ain't gonna cover up that difference, but
oh boy. Next up, this one is from Willa, and it is The Shepherd and the Bear from 2024. This slip designed by Beth Morris. Love Beth Morris. Limited to 500 units. Set high in the majestic French Pyrenees, The Shepherd and the Bear explores a conflict provoked by the reintroduction of brown bears in the midst of a traditional shepherding community. The film follows an aging shepherd who struggles to find a successor as bears prey on his flock, and a teenage boy who becomes obsessed with tracking the bears. Through its breathtaking cinematography and immersive storytelling, The Shepherd and the Bear is a modern folktale about tradition, community, and humanity's relationship with a vanishing natural world. We get a Q&A with Sue Kim and Max Keegan, a Q&A with Steve Dollar and Max Keegan, and that is it on this disc. You checking out The Shepherd and the Bear from Willa?
this looks pretty awesome. I think I want to do a double feature with this and Mondo Macabro's release of Succubus, which, if you know what I'm referring to, makes sense.
Also, I will take the opportunity, even though we talked about them earlier, to shout out for Mondo Macabro. New pre-orders go live tomorrow morning for Mondo Macabro. Don't forget, we got 3 brand new obscure films. We talked about them last week, but pre-orders starting tomorrow morning at, I think, 9 a.m. Pacific, and then they were shipping by the end of August.
We'll be going in depth on an upcoming podcast. I am very humbled and pleased that people remember the names of my cats. This is Clouseau, Clouzot, named after the director, not the inspector. Okay, buddy. Get settled. Come on, dude. He's trying to get to my mouth.
Yep. I need somewhere to drip. All right.
No!
The people that are listening to this on audio do not get the joy of this.
Yes, definitely want to see the YouTube of this. Oh, geez.
All right, next up from Factory 25, we got 2026's Softshell. This is a film by Jinho Myung. Softshell. This one limited to 500 units. Following the death of their mother, a Thai-American brother and sister navigate living in New York City and beyond. Jamie plans an impromptu trip for her and her brother to get out of the city. Along the way, and upon their return to New York, the 2 siblings face a series of unexpected revelations. Shot on 16mm, Softshell gives the mumblecore aesthetic a unique Asian-American worldview. This is region free. It's got Andrew Bujalski and Jin Home Young in conversation. Cast and crew commentary, 16mm short films, a 32-page booklet with writing by Rebecca Turner, Daniel Kim, Chi Pham, and Eric Hatch. This is in Thai with English subtitles. Any thoughts on Soft Shell? You checking this?
I love it when siblings find solace in one another.
Did you see the comment earlier? Somebody said, I will never use the word solace again.
No, this looks really cool. Oh, that reminds me. I also saw my sister when I went to California.
You did, yeah.
And her new film, she edited the new documentary Cheyenne, which will be receiving its official premiere at the TIFF Film Festival.
For the record, you did talk about her because you said that she was at Billy Madison. But
oh, that's right.
Next up.
Okay. Anyway, it looks like a great movie.
IFC putting out Sword of Trust from 2019. Sword of Trust with Mark Maron. This one limited to 1,000. This has Mark Maron, John Bass, Michaela Watkins. New audio commentary with the producer Ted Speaker and Mark Maron, Michaela Watkins, Jillian Bell, John Bass, and Toby Huss. We got a behind-the-scenes featurette booklet with new writing by Mariah Gates. Any thoughts on Sword of Trust?
Looks stressful. You know, funny people talking about their emotions and getting serious.
Ronnie recommends it.
I'll see it.
Shot entirely in Mark's garage.
Oh, so this is not the golf one. Oh, that's a TV shot. Okay.
Ronnie says Michaela Watkins and Jillian Bell do find solace in each other.
Nice.
All right, next up, Tenement is coming from Dark Sky Films. This is from 2024, not to be confused with Tenement. This one is limited to 500 units, is designed by Haunt Love. Following the death of her mother, a Japanese Cambodian manga artist decides to travel to Cambodia along with her boyfriend in a quest to find out more about the country her mother fled. She reunites with lost family and moves into the apartment where her mother used to live. As she tries to find out more about her past, she's confronted by strange events within the building that hint at something darker going on with the residents. What first appears as overcaring considerations from the community towards the newcomers soon turn out to be part of a ritual. The residents are preparing a new host for the building's evil spirit before it starts killing them once again. Video interview with one of the actresses behind the scenes with some people from the film. Video interview with the co-writers and co-directors. English subtitles. Any thoughts on Tenement?
This looks worth a watch.
It does sound very good.
This was a pretty strong month for the OCNs.
I would agree. And it seemed like everybody thought it was not, which kind of surprised me. This seemed like a very good month, actually, for partner labels.
Well, with this many releases, it's hard not to have a few good ones.
Well, just think, we're not even halfway through tonight yet.
You serious?
I think so.
God, we really got to cut down the socializing.
I love that part, though. All right. We'll jump through some of these. We don't need to spend a lot of time on Toga Party Massacre. This one coming from VHS Hitfest. This
I want you to read the entire scenario. Make sure.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Limited to 1,000 slipcovers on this one. Frankie Robertson returns from the grave to wreak havoc on a house of unsuspecting partying teenagers. Partially shot by Mark Borchardt from American Movie and directed by Michael Hegel. Toga Party Massacre is a lost 80s slasher movie that perfectly encapsulates the time period in the DIY underground filmmaking ethos. We've got a 36-minute movie. 36-minute movie. Region free, we got the original VHS cut, a trailer, the making of Toga Party Massacre, the Metalhead Muse, an interview with Matt Collada, interview with Celia Farron, The Other Side from 1989, Board Game Gothic, the making of The Other Side, Very Scary from 1989, Night of the Not Quite Dead from 1987, Turning Left on Plummer Avenue from 1990, Trailer Reel, Blood Harvest 1983, The Apocalypse Fragments from 1982 to 1991, The Fantasy Experiments from 83 and 84, Dolphania, Crab Attack from 81, Ninja Invisible Assassins from 1983, Behind the Scenes of Consumed from 1991, Tales of a Teenage Stuntman, interview with Mark Steenan. There's a lot on here. Toga Party Massacre, you picked this up?
Well, say what you will about Mark Borchardt. That guy can set up a pretty cool shot.
I would agree. Yeah.
He's not a bad filmmaker at all. So
I agree.
this movie at least partially looks good, I bet.
At least partially. All right. Next up from Music Box, we've got Young Mothers from 2025. This is the Dardenne next film. This one limited to 500 copies. And it says a group of young women face the challenges and joys of motherhood while attempting to break free of the past in a delicate and hopeful study of women on the brink of new life from master directors Jean-Pierre and Luc Dardenne. Another women finding solace in each other film. Q&A with the directors, image gallery, trailer, book of the new essay by Lillian Crawford. How do you feel about a movie on motherhood?
A movie on motherhood.
It's that simple.
I would prefer it to watching videos of the YouTuber that people are talking about in the comments right now, for sure. No, the Dardennes are great filmmakers. I am interested in seeing this.
I agree. This looks very good, actually. All right. Next up, we are moving over to the Melusine side. This first title from...
Just in case you're wondering how these young mothers got to where they are.
Jesus. From the Quality X line, we got Candy Stripers from 1978. This cover limited to 2,500 copies. At City Hospital, the traditional therapeutic ethos of the laying on of hands is in no danger of disappearing. The lovely young Candy Stripers, Pam, Sharon, and Cindy, labor to ensure every patient receives specialized and highly personal treatment, always delivered with the most detailed bedside manner. Their eager allegiance to the Hippocratic Oath doesn't stop with just the patients. The entire hospital staff benefits from their tender, loving care. This is one of famed director Bob Chin's most popular and successful erotic films. This is a scorching, nonstop bombardment of outrageous carnality and brisk comedy. We've got this newly scanned, uncut, and restored in 4K from the OCN. New video interview with Bob Chin. Audio interview with the actor Howie Gordon, a.k.a. Richard Pacheco. Look at the film elements for Candy Stripers from the archives. Excerpt from Howie Gordon's autobiography. We got a 32-page booklet with an essay by Bob Chin expert Patrick Crane, plus a double-sided replica one-sheet. How much is your sweet tooth begging to see the Candy Stripers?
Jesus. First of all, I think it's amazing that the study of erotic cinema has gotten to the point where there are not just experts in erotic film history, but experts in Bob Chin. You know, like... It's like people in medieval studies who like only know everything about like the shrouds of a particular time period or something. I have actually, I think I saw this when I was a young person. I did see this when I was a young person. I remember being particularly intrigued by the cover performers' two-toned hair, which I found at the time to be like otherworldly.
All right. Otherworldly. Intense.
Yep, that's all I got to say there.
Next, from OCN, we've got from the Picorama line, 1001 Erotic Nights 1 and 2 and China Girl. Once again, that blue oval, not actually part of the artwork here. Slipcover here, designed by Richard Hilliard, limited to 2,000 units. 2-disc region-free Blu-ray, newly scanned and restored in 2K from the OCNs. We got an audio interview with Annette Haven. And any thoughts on Erotic Nights 1 and 2 or China Girl?
Not familiar. I see they are repackaging previously released Blu-rays. So where's your outrage on this one?
I've voiced that elsewhere already, actually.
But I mean, it is kind of like the business model for erotic films to, much like exploitation films, to continuously repackage and re-release, right? So
Yeah.
it's on brand.
It is very much on brand. I can't really argue with that whatsoever, actually. All right. Is there one more, I think? Yes. From Pulse, the film that I'm not even going to attempt to say. Will, how do you pronounce this in French?
L'amour au trousers.
The love of the trousers?
Love of the trousers? Is that? No, I don't think that's what that means.
It's not what that means. I just. And then there's this one. You want to do that one too?
L'insatisfait? I don't know. I
Be
can't
unsatisfied?
I took a year of French, but the teacher just put on Disney movies dubbed in French, and we were expected to learn it that way.
Ronnie says it's pronounced truce.
Truce, that's close.
So these are actually, in English, they are called Full-Time Females and Hot Acts of Love from 1972 and 1974. We've got 2-disc region-free release. Both films newly scanned and restored in 4K from the OCNs. English dubbed audio on here, French and English theatrical trailers for both films, alternate credit sequences for both films, 2 new interviews with the editor, never before seen interview with the director, and newly translated English subs. Yeah. Thoughts on OCN and Mel you seen this month? Or any more thoughts, I guess?
Great. I can't really collect this kind of film because I have a household with children in it. So, I'll never be able to watch these ever. Maybe when I'm an old man, I'll pick it up. I'll pick them up from eBay.
The slipcover will be $842.
I'll be like, oh, vintage.
The accent changes as you get older. Wild. All right. That is OCN for the month. Again, yeah, I was semi-pleased. I thought it was a pretty good month, especially from the partner labels. Not very excited about the Vinegar Syndrome stuff myself this month. Candy Stripers looks like a fun release.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't earth-shattering, but there's a little something here and there.
Am I remembering right? There was no Canadian International Pictures release again.
No, well, we got the Canadian commercial parody thing.
We did, but CIP, that's a big one for me. I'm surprised nothing from them. Nothing new from Delirium this month. No Franco release.
There are only a couple left that Full Moon has the rights to that I'm aware of.
Right.
And they're not really restored or anything. So,
well, they don't seem to be doing much on their releases, anyways.
No rush. How many more do we have?
Oh, a lot. More than 25, more than 30. Whole bunch. Here we go. We haven't even, now it's shout time. October 20th, we're getting a 4K and Blu-ray Steelbook of Abigail from 2024. I like this movie quite a bit. I will still say that if they had made a different trailer for this film, this movie would have been much more successful. Adored this movie. Don't adore this art on the Steelbook or shouts preference to just re-release films.
I agree. They should have sold this From Dusk Till Dawn. But I guess it's hard to in the internet age.
That is true.
I think one of my favorite film going experiences in the 90s was going into From Dusk Till Dawn, having no idea what was going to happen, and then being like, what?
I wish.
Abigail has its moments, but it has some of the most inexplicably stupid character development monologues where each and every fucking character has to explain their life story and motivation, and it's just shut up. Shut up. You're robbing a house. Stop it. Stop talking. You're being pursued by vampires. We do not have time to discuss this pent-up trauma.
It's like a pure excuse for exposition dumping on every first part of the film.
So, but it has its moments.
Yeah, I enjoyed it for the most part, but yeah, some of the dialogue in this not great. All right, next after Abigail is Hostel Parts 1 and 2. This is from 2005 and 2007, coming on 4K and Blu-ray dual format Steelbook collection. Here's what the Steelbooks look like here. You've got both of the films, new 4K transfer from the OCN on Hostel, approved by the one and only Eli Roth, presented in Dolby Vision. New intro by Eli Roth, commentary with Eli Roth and the producers Tarantino, Boaz Yakin, and Scott Spiegel. Another commentary on here. Another commentary. There's like 5 of them on here. Hostel 2. Go ahead.
Really tells you something about the era with special guest Harry Knowles.
Yep. Yeah. Hostel 2, we got a new 4K transfer from the OCN as well. And then Disc 3 and 4, we've got new restorations of both films. Disc 5, we have a brand new thing. Pieces of Meat, the Hostel video journal, and Tsunami of Blood, the Hostel Part 2 video journal. And this green book here is a supposed copy of Eli Roth's journal that he kept around that time. I'm not against Hostel 1 and 2. I quite like them, actually.
The internet's been excerpting that journal.
not an Eli Roth fan, but I do like the movies.
I thought the first one in particular got a lot of flack that really misread it. Like the whole tragedy of it is that it's these 2 bros, but one of them is a closeted homosexual who loves his friend and can't express it, and then this happens.
Yeah.
And I thought that gave it a little bit of substance, but I think the second one I mainly enjoyed for the Ruggero Deodato and Takashi Miike cameos, and then after the Hostel films, he certainly hasn't improved. Let's say that.
I liked Thanksgiving for the most part.
It had some funny moments.
I did like Cabin Fever too.
Cabin Fever had some moments, but it's not great for a rewatch, you know?
I disagree.
I mean, one of the central jokes is getting
Pancakes?
Getting the white old man to say, the racial slurs.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I'm not mad that I saw these, but I'm in no rush to revisit them.
Yeah, I'm not buying this in 4K. Next up, one I do want in 4K, but I won't be buying the Steelbook. 1978's Magic, coming out on 4K Blu-ray Steelbook from Shout Factory on October 6th. This has a new 4K restoration from the OCN. New commentary with Drew McWeeny. New commentary with Emily Higgins and Billy Dunham. On the Blu-ray disc, we also have a radio interview with Anthony Hopkins and Margaret makeup test, trailer, TV spot, all that fun stuff. Magic is a delight. Have you seen this?
Oh yeah, but a long time ago. This is definitely haven't seen since VHS days. And right, this is coming out because there's a remake happening, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So that's cool.
Directed by Richard Attenborough, for those that don't know, starring Anthony Hopkins. Just great movie. It's creepy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's really great when they get the overhead camera and they track the puppet through the wilderness.
Yes. They use the drone.
A little Planet Earth joke. But anyway.
Craig says this one feels like an Arrow release might be coming. I believe, actually, if I remember right, I think the Blue was Second Sight back in the day. It wouldn't surprise me if they put out a 4K eventually.
To be clear, Planet Earth is David Attenborough, but I would put
yes.
together. I don't want to get any Attenborough flack.
That's why Silent Animal.
Silent Animal caught it already. Nice. Well, Drew McWeeney's popping up everywhere.
Drew McWeeny is great. Me clicking away is not.
One of the only survivors of Harry Knowles. There's an interesting, for anybody who is curious about the history of Ain't It Cool News, an acquaintance of mine did a pretty incredible deep dive podcast, limited podcast, into the history of early internet fan critic websites and the rise of Ain't It Cool News and the rise and fall of Harry Knowles. And spoiler alert, for the final episode, he finally got an interview with Harry. And it is very interesting, revelatory. I can't remember what it's called, but if you go into like a podcast search and just put in Ain't It Cool News, it'll come up. Joe Scott is the name of the director. And it's very comprehensive. It's
nice.
Kind of amazing. But anyway, Drew McWeeny, good guy.
Next up, October 20th, Shout releasing a Chinese ghost story now on 4K Steelbook. Now, the first time they did these, only the first one was in 4K, and they've got all of them in 4K now that Arrow has done them in 4K. So very interesting sort of choice to release this and then very quickly re-release it in an upgraded format. Kind of screwing over the people that went and purchased that first one.
Well, at this point, if you're buying from Shout and you're surprised, it's kind of like, girl, we told you he was bad.
Oh boy.
I mean, need to catch him cheating. But I think you already said at the beginning to lean towards the Arrow release.
Oh,
right?
always, yeah. The encoding there is always going to be better for sure.
It's all about the encoding.
And then speaking of Steelbook re-releases, they're giving wide releases to Halloween 3, Halloween, and Child's Play 2. These were Amazon exclusives before, and now you can get them anywhere if you are keen on the art here, which I am not. Then, next up is Love Electric. This is a film from 2026 from Licorice Way. This is in Australia, and it says Lionel and Erica are young and very much in love. The everyday pressures of their jet-set 23rd century lifestyle, though, have a way of making them forget that a series of awkward misunderstandings with a sex bot leads to trouble, and the pair separate. As Lionel and Erica move into single life, they experiment with other relationships. Artificial relationships. This one is a loving homage to the 70s porno chic era, is what they say. And this does have some special features. We get an audio commentary bonus scene with Isla and Ryan in the original trailer. Now, what gets me is they say a loving homage to 70s porno chic. And yet, even with that, I got some words from a source that the filmmaker here has admitted to saying that there is some AI fake commercials in the film, the robot company's advertising, and there's some AI music in the film. Just so everyone is aware, Love Electric has definitely been has definitely been made with generative AI music and fake commercials made with AI. And Will is gone. So I can't even get his question on new porno chic from the 70s. AI. Come on. We'll ask him in a minute. All right. Moving on from this one. Coming soon on 4K from Kino Lorber. Desperately Seeking Susan from 1985 with Madonna, Aidan Quinn, and Rosanna Arquette. This one says, every man is desperate to have her. One woman is desperate to be her, but someone is desperate to kill her if they can figure out who she is. No date yet for this. No extras, of course, or anything like that. Any thoughts on Desperately Seeking Susan or AI use in 70s porno chic?
AI use in 70s porno chic.
Yeah, the last film I was talking about, the filmmakers admitted that there is AI used in the fake trailers in this and AI music in the film.
Well, I think I've said this before. I've preferred my dead-eyed performers to be human.
Please, always. Desperately Seeking Susan.
Nice. Susan Seidelman? Should do that.
Yes,
Yeah, great, dude.
indeed. Hey, we got some new options up on our Kickstarter, which is still running strong between Antenna and Deaf Crocodile for our new store, Adventures in Analog. We've got 6 new T-shirt add-ons that you can do. We've got this glitch antenna logo that you can check out. We've got the standard antenna logo. We've got this film reel variant on our logo. And then Deaf Crocodile has got this wonderful Fuck Nazi shirt. And then we've got Defa Crocodile with the logo from Fuck Nazis. And then, of course, We Save Films with Romero looking at the film strip. So check out the Kickstarter, running still through the end of August. If you got paid recently, it would be a wonderful time to back it. We are definitely still looking for some help. Again, the goal that we had originally put was only 5,000, and we actually needed about 10 times that. But we were worried about the community supporting it. So if you got some extra scratch, we would love some of the assistance there if you've got some time to throw at it. I'm going to take, just in case, I want to take the link and throw it in the chat again. Please let me know if you got any there. And yeah.
You know what?
We'll talk soon. What's that?
Benefactor.
I could use a benefactor, yes. Are you volunteering?
Man, if I could benefact, I would benefact the hell out of the whole community, honestly. But you know what would be both ironic and maybe a fun, like, tightrope dance is, what if you reached out to one of these AI companies?
Oh, God.
And suggested, like, a partnership in which, you know, you use AI for stuff that it's actually useful for, like accounting.
Spreadsheets.
Yeah, exactly. Middle management. Those sorts of things.
As somebody that just retired from being a supervisor, I resemble that remark.
Then you know as well as anyone.
That I do.
I don't know. I don't know if you know this, but the wealth gap has been increasing for the past 40 years. And it's gotten to the point that people are talking about violent revolution.
Well, you know what they say about those Mario brothers. That's enough about the Kickstarter. Check it out if you get so inclined. We appreciate it. Thanks to everybody that's donated so far. It's been incredible. Moving to the next one. Lionsgate Limited had some announcements this week. First, October 13th is the date for all of these. The first one is a 4K steelbook in the U.S. of the Repo, the Genetic Opera from Darren Lynn Bousman from 2008. Cult classic now on 4K for the first time in a stunning remaster approved by the director. In the not-so-distant future, a worldwide epidemic of organ failures devastates the planet. Out of the tragedy, a savior emerges. GeneCo, a biotech company that offers organ transplants for a price. Those who miss their payments are scheduled for repossession and hunted by the Repo Men. You've got the 4K with Dolby Vision Steelbook art by Chuck Stiles. We've got Lionsgate Limited Edition 4K with new special features. You've got a 2026 audio commentary with the director and co-creators Darren Smith and Terrence Zunico. Establishing shot with Darren Lynn Bousman. And then on the 4K, you've got The Anatomy of a Cult and Addicted to the Shadowcast. And then some legacy extras. You got 2 different cast and crew commentaries, deleted scenes with optional commentary from Paris Hilton and Darren Lynn Bousman, selected scene commentary from stage to screen, video sing-alongs, webisode featurettes, theatrical trailer, poster gallery, all kinds of stuff. Have you seen Repo?
No.
I like this movie a lot. I almost feel like you would like it. I think you should watch it.
I think the reason I haven't yet is because whenever I'm like starting a new class, and look, I'm not saying this to be some kind of snot or whatever, but like students, not so much anymore, but students, especially 10, 12 years ago, would always be like, oh, you got to show Repo, the Genetic Opera. I'm like, no, I'm not, this is what the class is. And I think my automatic resistance to a young person recommending anything to me,
especially a musical,
has stopped me from seeing it, and that's on me, right? I'm not suggesting that my behavior is in any way correct. It's just, at the time, the idea of seeing a Darren Lynn Bousman movie didn't appeal to me, and certainly the fact that Paris Hilton was in it didn't make me want to watch it. I'd already been burned by House of Wax, which really wasn't her fault.
I love House of Wax. I'm sorry.
That's all right, I guess. But so I just never saw it, and one of these days I will.
I also like Darren Lynn Bousman. I mean, as a Saw fan, obviously, he made a massive impact there. Yeah, see, the Saw, other than Saw 6, which is about HMOs, I just never could get into that franchise. Yeah, I get it. I get it fully. I tried. I've only seen the first 7. There's like 4 more that I haven't seen, right? Yes, technically. What's the Chris Rock one? The Spiral from the Book of Saw. Fucking terrible movie. All right. Next up is the Blair Witch Project, the definitive collector's edition, getting a 4K and Blu-ray, or sorry, not 4K, just a Blu-ray release. This film will never be on 4K, does not need to be on 4K because of the elements for it. There are three versions of the film here. We get the filmmaker-approved theatrical and festival cuts restored from the original high 8 tapes and 16mm film available in the U.S. for the first time. Original 35mm theatrical exhibition version, 104-page booklet with original production journal, raw footage log, prop list with handwritten notes, and more, and all kinds of legacy special features. Curse of the Blair Witch mockumentary, Sticks and Stones, exploration of the Blair Witch legend, all kinds of stuff. What you will not see is the documentary that Second Sight made for this film, but there is a slew of new things as well. We've got Season of the Witch, new interviews with filmmakers and actors Joshua Leonard and Michael C. Williams, expanded lore exploration of 2 mockumentaries, the Matt Blasey Project, shooting location tours and making a book, Mythos, Blair Witch and Other Media, Eternal Impact, the Blair Witch Project Archive at the University of Pittsburgh Special Horror Collection, Iconic Artifacts, the Blair Witch Project at Mopop, Film is Life, a tribute to cinematographer Neil Fredericks. If you're a big fan of this movie, this is a crazy step up from the Second Sight release, which was already really great. I don't think you and I have talked about this. How do you feel about Blair Witch? Oh, we've talked about Blair Witch. I mean, the phenomenon of the internet marketing. Yeah. I've only seen it once. I saw it in a sold-out theater. And I feel like that's enough. It's not like I need to go back and look at the composition and the various angles and everything. But I would be interested in looking back at the archived websites and sci-fi channel pseudo-documentaries and things like that. All right. So, yeah, we get a fun release of this. And then, we may have talked about the imprint release of it back in the day. And then if you do not want the super very nice Blu-ray release, they're also putting it out on VHS. Are you starting to collect VHS again there, Will? I still have like 10 or 12. I have way too many in this house right now. At one point, I had about 1,000 VHS tapes. Nice. 10 or 12 is a far cry from 1,000. Well, that's what I have left. Yeah, working in the video store, one thing I learned how to do was, I guess the statute of limitations is over, but you can pick out catalog rentals that nobody ever rents and take them out of the inventory and put them out for sale. And then they can just kind of disappear. And that's how I got all my VHSs. Adam is saying we were experiencing signal drop out there for a moment. And Sibner texted me to say that our feed went dead for a moment, but we're back. That was weird. We're back. I guess
God was trying to protect me from Video Update tracking me down for their missing inventory.
What is going on? It's gone down 3 times. What the heck? What? Huh. Well, we're going to push through, I guess, and see if it improves. You two must be having some problems right now.
The curse of Bucking the Preacher.
At least we got through 3 hours and 10 minutes before that happened.
Oh God. Yeah, maybe it's the internet telling us. It's like the Oscars wrap it up music.
You've been on here too long. All right, next from Universal, the Wolfman Complete Legacy Collection on 4K on September 29th. This covers all of the Wolfman films from 35 to 48, all on 4K. And if that's not enough, they're also doing Frankenstein from 31 to 48, also coming out on the same day. Glad they're coming out on 4K, but the way they're doing these, there's going to be all kinds of crossover and duplicate discs if you keep buying them one at a time.
There are. I've got all the Blu-ray editions, and now I have to consider whether these are necessary. Because there's no new extras, so it's like...
Nothing at all.
Yeah, are the 4K editions that much better? I don't know.
I mean, the ones that I've seen, they kind of are really great, especially if you're on an OLED. But I'll also, like, at this point, I'll just wait until they do a full box set of all of them and only buy the discs once.
Yeah.
I only need 1 copy of the Abbott and Costello movies, not 17 like previously had. All right. Moving right along, speaking of things getting re-releases, October 13th, Ultraman Legacy Collection. This covers 3 different Ultraman series. We've got Ultraman from 1966, Ultra 7 from 67, and Return of Ultraman from 71. This has exclusive gold Ultraman vinyl figure from Handmade by Robots, 28-page episode guide with a new introduction by Keith Aiken of Sci-Fi Japan. Ultraman, any thoughts?
Never seen it, so I don't know anything about Ultraman.
It's all right. It's not my style. I've only seen a few episodes and knew it wasn't enough for me.
For what it's worth, by the way, I have a laptop running YouTube simultaneous to our recording, and mine hasn't gone out.
Yeah, I haven't had anything issue here, but everybody's pointing out that they've lost us for a couple seconds, but we seem to be okay now, so hopefully we're back and good.
Yeah.
All right, leaving Ultraman in the dust and go to Doctor Who. November 3rd, we're getting a Blu-ray from BBC of the complete Peter Capaldi years. No details on this yet, but I know this got semi-released already. It may just be a re-release of that one, but BBC always out to get the fans of Doctor Who's money, so not a surprise. Next up, from Anamigo coming soon. They've got Dog of Flanders, the movie from 1997, remake of the classic 1975 anime series about the bond between a boy and his faithful dog living in a 19th century Flanders village near Antwerp in the Netherlands. This will be a late 2027 debut and will release a fresh, they're saying 4K Blu-ray restoration, but I think it's only going to be a Blu-ray of the original uncut Pioneer version that also contains a dub, notably featuring Robert Loggia. Seen that one ever?
What? Robert Loggia does?
Yep.
I'm just picturing him yelling at the boy like the scene from Lost Highway.
We've got Relife from 2016, also getting a release from them soon. This has been out of print for many years. They will release the 13-episode series and the 4-episode OVA in new comprehensive editions. We've got Ruin Explorers Ruin Explorers Fam and Irie from 1995. That is getting a release here soon in 2027 on Blu-ray. And then Welcome to Ibris Office from 2009. That will get a Blu-ray debut in 2027 as well. And yeah. Lots of anime to talk about tonight, actually.
All you, buddy.
All me, huh? Well, let's talk about one Mr. Chuck Norris. Missing in Action coming to 4K from MVD Rewind on November 24th. This is from 1984. And no new extras on this at all. Just a 4K release from MVD. Any thoughts?
Sounds like we're missing on YouTube because
Ronnie says we're buffering again.
Well, that's why we need films like this, just to find the missing. It's no First Blood Part 2, but it's all right, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm not. So I'm gonna carry on. Hey, wanted to say welcome to the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network, to the podcast Motoramathon. On Motoramathon, they cover minute by minute in every episode the film Motorama from 1991. This is an incredible show. The host on here is Steve Autor and Frankie Campazano, and I love the show. These guys are incredible. If you've never listened to it, please do. Most people have never seen Motorama, and the breakdown is always amazing. I know a lot of people don't love the minute-by-minute sort of episode format, but the show is a lot of fun, and it's about Motorama, but it's a deep dive. It's mostly just a comedy show. It's incredible, and Frankie is incredible outside of this. We're close friends, and Steve has been amazing every time I've talked to him. I hope people check the show out. So proud to have them on the network. They're incredible at what they do. All right, next up, let's talk about some BFI releases. October 26th, they're putting out a 4K of Sallow. We talked about Wicked Vision releasing this in German recently, and this is going to be getting released from BFI over in the UK. Undoubtedly, Criterion will release this on 4K at some point. Would not surprise me at all if they announce this on the 15th of this month. This ports over a bunch of extras from the previous releases of Sallow. Are you dying to get this in 4K UHD?
I wouldn't say that. Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Yeah. B+. I want to point out that somebody on Facebook announced that this is coming out in 2160 PP and 2160 poo poo.
I usually don't laugh at those kinds of jokes, but that's pretty good.
I giggled so much when I read that. To say that about this movie, obviously childish, but it's pretty funny. All right, next up, November 9th on Blu-ray from BFI is Brassed Off from 1996, a very British-looking film starring Ewan McGregor. This is presented in HD. It's got archival interview from 1997, a series of short interviews recorded on location. There's an illustrated booklet with new writing on the film and some other extras that will be confirmed later. Ever seen Brassed Off?
No, I missed it.
This is so British. All right. Next up from BFI, the original 4K and Blu-ray release of Animal Farm from 1954. Saw this many times when I was younger. Very curious to see this in 4K. This should look gorgeous. Directed and produced by the award-winning animation legends John Hollis and Joy Batchelor. This is going to have a 4K restoration from the 35mm successive frame negative in 4K, presented on UHD in Dolby Vision. You have a perfect bound book, poster, set of postcards, and slipcase with some extras that will be confirmed later. Any thoughts on Animal Farm?
I don't think I ever saw this, so I'd like to.
I watched this in school.
Whoa, that wouldn't be allowed these days.
Well, it is a brave new world. Next up, November 23rd, Blu-ray DVD dual format release of Supernature from 2025. This celebrates our universal connection to nature with an intimate gaze, creating a visceral, poetic, personal meditation on the natural world. We got extras to be confirmed later. We got an illustrated booklet with new writing on the film. Are you into nature docs? Do you watch many of those?
Not really, but this looks pretty fascinating. I do want to interject because our host, Fine Art, said no one ever pulls Sallow in the Criterion Closet. Bill Hader pulled Sallow.
He sure did.
As a matter of fact. Anyway, back to this. So this is like a Super 8. Wow, this is like punk rock Attenborough.
Very.
Okay.
All right.
People in 80 different Super 8 cameras. Okay. I'll look at that.
Next up, The Goons at Rediffusion. This is coming on Blu-ray and DVD dual format on December 7th. This is from 1956 and 1958. In the mid-1950s, 4 outstanding associated Rediffusion television shows: The Idiot Weekly, Price 2D, A Show Called Fred, Son of Fred, and yes, it's the Cathode Ray Tube Show, adapted the brilliantly bizarre humor of BBC radio comedy The Goon Show into visual form. Initially innovatively overseen by director Richard Lester and starring Peter Sellers and Spike Milligan, but only broadcast in the London region, these supremely silly and surreal sketch shows remain the most uproariously successful attempts to capture the quicksilver genius of the Goons on the telly box. That's a lot of British words. This long overdue box set gathers together all available archival material that still exists from these shows, newly scanned and represented in the best possible quality for new generations of comedy fans to enjoy. Newly remastered and presented in HD and SD in this set. We got an illustrated booklet with new writing on the programs included and some extras to be confirmed later. Are you into the British panel sketch shows that they do?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen any.
I love them. I watch them all the damn time, genuinely.
Oh, where are they on?
A lot of them are on YouTube, actually, because they get a lot of international viewers, so they make up their money that way. And then in the UK, it's geo-blocked. They can't watch them on YouTube there. Some of them are on Amazon Prime, too.
Okay.
All right, we got a shit ton of discotheque stuff to talk about, so I'm going to swing through these quickly since Will is not going to say anything about them. Most of these, if not all of them, are coming in 2026, I believe. So we've got a Blu-ray coming of Lupin the Third, Zenigata and the Two Lupins. This is going to be in Japanese with English subs, coming in 2026.
Cool.
Cool, yeah, B+. Coming on October 27th on Blu-ray, we've got Toradora from 2008 in Japanese with English subs and dubbed in English. October 27th, Lupin the Third Part 2 covers 1977 to 1980. Japanese language with English subs. Number of episodes in this, 155. 4 discs. This is SD on Blu-ray. Next up, Digimon Frontier Season 4 English version covering 2002 to 2003. No extras listed on this one.
You have to get a separate release with subtitles. Fuck.
If you want it in the original language.
Wow. That's weird, man.
Rights are very crazy for anime.
Okay.
Next, we've got Pawnee Pony Dash. This is coming later in 2026. This is from 2005. All 26 TV episodes in SD on Blu-ray in Japanese with English subs. Then we've got Tales of the Abyss covering 2008 to 2009. 26 episodes in HD in Japanese with English subtitles. Patlabor from 89 to 1990, 47 episodes in Japanese with subtitles and dubbed in English. It's a significant improvement on video quality, supposedly. They've got improved subtitles as well. More Patlabor. This is the new files from 1990 to 1992 with 16 episodes in Japanese with English subtitles. Also dubbed in English on this one. That's coming later this year. Then later this year, we've got Patlabor, the movie trilogy with 89, 93, and 2001 in Japanese with English subtitles and dubbed in English. Include some shorts on that disc as well. Then we've got The Big O, the complete paradigm from 1999 to 2003. This one collects both seasons 1 and 2 in HD. You've got the 5.1 audio mix of the English dub on the second season in Japanese with English subtitles. Coming soon from them, we've got Digimon, the movie collection number 3, covers the 2002 to 2006 films. You got a restored English dub on the Digimon Frontier movie. Kamen Rider Super One. This is from 1980 to 1981, coming on Blu-ray on October 27th from Discotech. Never before released on physical media in HD ever, in Japanese with English subtitles. Then we've got Penguin Drum. This is coming on October 27th. This is from 2011. It's got a brand new 24p encode and looks amazing. All 24 episodes in HD in Japanese with English subtitles. Memories from 1995 is getting a 4K release. It's in Japanese with English subtitles and the most excellent English dub that they've done. Then we've got Samurai Pizza Cats from 1990 and 1991. Brand spanking new HD version created from newly scanned original films. All 52 episodes in English only. Also includes closed captions. They've got Infinite Rivius from 1999 to 2000 coming on Blu-ray in 2026 at some point. All 26 episodes on HD in Japanese with subtitles and dubbed in English. We've got Argento Soma from 2000 to 2001. All 26 episodes SD on Blu-ray in Japanese with subtitles dubbed in English as well. Now some that Will might be interested in. As part of their Neon Knights line, we are getting new female prisoner Scorpion 701 from 1976. This is the first time on video in the U.S., first time on Blu-ray anywhere in the world. This one is not the original Scorpion, but a reboot by Toei. Yumi Takigawa stars as the toughest prisoner in the savage pinky violence spectacle. And to go with that, we also have 1977's new female prisoner Scorpion Cell Block X, also with Yumi Takigawa. First time on video in the U.S., first time on Blu-ray anywhere in the world. Any thoughts on these two pinky violence films?
I will check those out, and I'm impressed with your endurance there with that.
We're still not done with Discotech either. We also have Roswell Conspiracies from 1999 to 2000. BKN Studios' unusual adventure cartoon comes to home video complete for the first time ever on SD on Blu-ray, 40 episodes. We also have Outlanders from 1986, remastered with AstroRes, unsure what that is, in Japanese with English titles, and includes both English dubs coming later this year in 2026. That is it for Discotech. Any thoughts on all those, Will? Are you pre-ordering 9 of those?
Obviously the pinky violence piqued my interest.
I agree. All right, that was Discotech. And then the brand new issue, the Physical Media Advocate, number 32, is out and about in the world finally. We got us denied by Amazon and finally got through their barriers. We are out there, and this issue is incredible. Love this Barbarian cover that we're doing to celebrate the home video release of Barbarian. We got a piece on the Black Cat from Laurent, our friend over in Germany. Steven Soderbergh and Mike Nichols get a long piece from Ryan Luis Rodriguez. We have an exclusive interview with Chris Rabb himself from Jackass and all of that crew. We've got a piece from Connor Holt on Cinecon 2026, which is about to happen. And funny enough, Will and I actually have an attachment from Cinecon 2026 that we get to talk about, hopefully in just a few months, that we're excited to reveal that is happening right this moment. What? And one of the films that we are working on a visual essay right now is playing its restoration at Cinecon 2026.
Oh.
I did tell you about that a couple weeks ago.
Huh.
But yeah, check out this issue. It is incredible. Mozart's Goat. No, that not Goat. Mozart's Ghost. Not that Black Cat. This is from the very classic Universal Black Cat. Much older on that one. I believe that is it for this week, if I'm remembering right. Yep, that is it. But just in case you forgot, let's talk about what's coming out next week. Talladega Nights. I just showed it. Oh, wait, no, that's this last week. I'm sorry. Let me scroll down. Next week, Project Hail Mary on 4K, Barbarian on 4K. We just mentioned that. Mars Attacks, finally. Cannot wait to see that on 4K. Hokum on 4K from Neon. Lionsgate Limited shipping their Descent Part 2 4K. Ju-On, The Grudge 4K from Arrow. New York 4K from MVD. Black Belly of the Tarantula 4K from Celluloid Dream should be shipping soon. Epic, Elvis Presley in Concert 4K is coming out here soon. We got The Furious on 4K from Lionsgate, Death Warrant 4K from MVD, Money from Home 3D from Kino Lorber, Sing Street 4K from Lionsgate Limited, Captain Horatio Hornblower from Warner Archive, Tuner coming out. I believe that was from Decal. Beverly Hills Cop 4K Steelbook from Paramount. Bay of Blood getting its wide 4K release from Severin. Spike of Bensonhurst 4K from Fun City Editions. Stoner from 88 Films. Operation Scorpio from 88 Films. Some anime releases. Le Choc from Kino Lorber. Dolly's coming out next week if you're still after that. All Be Yours from Universal. RZA's One Spoon of Chocolate coming out next week. Piece from Film Masters on the Elementary, the early films of Sherlock Holmes. Madam X from Universal. First Love from Universal. Anything coming out next week that you're excited about?
Definitely Horatio Hornblower and Death Warrant and The Furious, which I thought was terrific. I saw that in the theater last month. Black Belly of the Tarantula.
Are you into Mars Attacks? Did you like that one?
I need to watch it again. I remember when I first saw it, when it first came out, I found myself disappointed. Because that was his first film after Ed Wood, right?
I think so, because Ed Wood was, 94? I think.
Maybe. Yeah, it had to be around there. But I don't know. I guess for whatever reason, it just didn't work for me at the time. So definitely worth seeing again.
All right.
And then of course, Tim Burton went straight to hell.
Did you see Big Eyes? I've
not seen Big Eyes yet.
That is underseen and underappreciated. I think it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Very well.
All right. I alluded to it earlier. Should we share about next week? No?
Huh?
All right. We won't share about next week. We'll see y'all next Thursday, I guess. But at that point, you'll know what's going on. If you are in the Kansas City area, next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come out to Crypticon. I'd love to see you there.
Yeah, Crypticon. Hopefully I won't be sick as hell. And if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, August 21st to 23rd, Mad Monster Expo featuring Tom Atkins, Adrienne Barbeau, and me.
That's a selling point.
Yeah, this is a great week, chock full of great announcements.
Well pun.
And, for what it's worth, I always enjoy finding solace in you.
I really wish you would have let me know that you were going to do that. I could have teed it up as the outro and just right then. That would have been perfect. Let's try it again.
We're probably buffering for half the people anyway.
Probably. All right. Do the solace line again.
Sometimes it can be quite difficult, but I do that.
Thank you for watching The Disconnected. On the way out, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, that you've liked the video, and that you've copied the link to be able to share it with someone else that may appreciate this.
Greetings, welcome to Two in the Pinku podcast. Experience a deep dive into softcore Japanese sexploitation cinema from the 60s up into the present, with an emphasis on sleaze and seduction. We are monthly or bi-weekly, and we're not even bi.
Will pink film save our marriage? Find out on Two in the Pinku podcast.
Hey, this is Jason Kleberg from the Force 5 podcast, a show that forces a guest to come up with a movie-themed top 5 list topic, and then we reveal our picks on air. Top 5 heist films, top 5 tearjerkers, top 5 movie dogs. Every show you'll be asking yourself, what would be on my list? Guests include directors, screenwriters, actors, podcasters, musicians, authors, and even a professional wrestler. Subscribe to the Force 5 podcast, and you won't just be a listener, you'll be a list nerd. The Force 5 podcast, available wherever you're listening now.
You are now listening to the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.